Chooms, welcome back to Night City after that harrowing affair in Richard Knight Park, where you guys faced the Bozos on force. And boy, did they have some surprises for you all. And you guys were able to expertly take care of it. It looked grim from the beginning. More Bozos started coming in. Maelstrom were dropping like flies. But at the end of the day, you guys were able to get it done thanks to a lot of grenades, auto fire, and some awesome net running from your net runner, who was hiding half of the time, but then also just pounced whenever it was time to pounce. And now it has been about a week and a half since that encounter. Everybody has healed up. We're back at the clinic. And we're at the Bleeding Heart Clinic in Night City, just resting and recuperating and trying to figure out exactly what to do. All of you are here. What are we all doing within the clinic? You know, let's go around and just ask everybody, you know, how have you decompressed since what's going on? Let's start with Doc. Doc, you faced somebody that looked like your father. You said yourself your character had not even met his father before, right? Is that the thing?
He's met his father, but he knew his father well. But yeah, he knew for a fact that this wasn't his father. He wouldn't believe it because if his father was still alive, he still would pretty much want to kill him himself, and he's pretty sure that he's dead. But to decompress, he's thrown himself into his work. He's just moving along, maybe a bit more quieter than usual. And yeah, just trying to get the Bleeding Heart up and running, sort out all the clientele, and obviously keep the Blue Lace Plus flowing, at least on a small amount, not to irritate other parties.
Yeah. I like that. Well, you will have found a note when you get back from Richard Knight Park. A note left to you by your assistant. What was your assistant's name again?
My assistant's name was
it Helen?
Why do you ask such difficult questions?
I know I wrote it down somewhere, but then I lost it.
Tara.
So Tara left you a note letting you know, basically, you know, in no uncertain terms, that she didn't really sign up for this whole Blue Lace Plus drug making scheme that you guys have been involved in. It's inviting weird characters like the Maelstrom en masse. She sees that you guys are working with Fuji-san, and it's like she sees the writing on the wall, and it's not what she signed up for. She's grateful for everything that you've taught her, the opportunities that you've given her, but she has to respectfully leave, you know, and that's exactly what she did. She packed her stuff, got her stuff out, and she's left the Bleeding Heart. She hasn't left any contact information with you. She wishes you the best, and she just up and left.
Wow. But I probably have her account details because I paid her, probably.
Yeah.
Doc's going to send her 1,000 eddies.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You won't get a response. Yeah, you won't get like a thank you back fine. Or anything like that. You know, she wants to cut ties.
Yeah. Doc respects that and he understands.
And yeah, so that's it. You don't have an assistant anymore. Blue Lace Plus is doing well. And in fact, once we get past everybody's decompression and everything, the Maelstrom are definitely going to want to talk to you guys. But Theo, you faced an amalgam of your father. Looks like you took it really well. You know, I think the last conversation you had with your dad was a very fruitful one. So
yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about how you felt about, you know, everything that went down and how you're feeling now and how you've decompressed.
I think Theo's main response is relief. Like he's grown into sort of being the face of the group because of his charisma and stuff. So I think a lot of this was his doing. Like he brought them to this pass, and when he had that conversation with Rogue, it kind of shook him a bit. Because I know everyone else was very gung ho, but there's one thing Thea knows: it's who's who in Night City, and if Rogue says drop it, you drop it. Do you know what I mean? Like if Rogue says that's too hot, I wouldn't even do that. You walk away. And I think he was hoping beyond hope that everybody would see sense, but in a weird way, the rest of the group have sort of gone more extreme, and Theo's gone more normal. Do you know what I mean? It's gone the opposite that I thought it would go, but that's fine. That's role playing, right? So I thought Theo would be more than like really angry and things like that, but I think he's been texting his dad back and forth, and they've not established a relationship, but it's like it's no longer ice cold. It's more, you know, the ice is melting there, and people bringing up his dad doesn't really bother him as much. It still bothers him, like, you know, the people see the name Eurodyne and it's like, oh, you're Kerry's kid. You know, every kid like that, like David Bowie's kid. You know, every kid like that's like, oh god, here we go again. But like, he's okay. He's okay, and I think his downtime has been organizing a little trip to the afterlife just to decompress. And don't know if we've done that yet, but it's something that is, if we haven't done it, it's on the horizon. And trying to figure out a way out of Fuji-san. Trying to figure out a way to sidestep working with the Corp now. I mean, he's done his bit. He's done the impossible. And now he wants out. He's looking to take his chips and cash out, essentially. That probably means, if that needs to mean just walking away from Fuji-san and burning the entire lab down and rebuilding it somewhere else with the capital they've now got, they'll do that. He's fine with doing that. But he's definitely looking into ways of, maybe he's gone to Hikari. He's probably tried to take her out to talk to her about. He thinks she's into corporate stuff, so like he's probably tried to like squeeze her for information, and like ways to maybe back out of a deal with a Japanese corp. You know, Giselle also like putting out the feelers out there, and any suggestions on how to just back away from this thing. Just generally, you know, looking at his cards, seeing where he is. He's probably been poring over his weapons and things, and has gone and talked to different clients and stuff in the meantime. But I think the last 2 weeks or 10 days have been essentially laying low, recuperating wounds, thinking, racking his brains. I'm not sure him and Doc have had a chance to talk yet. Maybe we will in a minute about getting out of this thing, because he doesn't want to work with Fuji-san anymore. Like he's done his bit. He's done the impossible. He's done his bit. They can't ask any more of him. So he's done. And if they come round, well, we'll see. We'll see. But if they came round with more demands, he would literally, the answer would be coming at them via muzzle velocity. It would be, no, I'm done. So.
Yeah, I mean, asking, you know, talking to Himiko, talking to Giselle, talking to Helena, who is also a Sovoil fixer. You know, and maybe with Helena you're a little more cryptic. You don't lay it out there thick, like, you know, you're just like, hey, you know, hypothetically, if something like this happened, blah blah blah. You know, you get a mixed bag of answers, and they're not saying anything that you haven't heard. You weren't already thinking yourself, and I think that you know that you're the only one that has to decide what's going to happen. And you're aware of all the consequences. You know, Fuji-san could forget about you. They could be your enemy. They could, you know, leave you in a bad position where you can't say no. There's so many possibilities of all the things that you can do. You guys are moving Blue Lace Plus now. You know, you're drug kingpins. You have 2 of the major gangs of Night City working with you, and basically they've not bent the knee, but they said like, hey, we don't want to work with anybody but you, you know. And
when they say that, do they mean me or the group?
They mean you guys as a group, you know.
Okay.
Because you, especially, you know, the bozos, you guys went through their gauntlet. They respect all of you. in whatever that means. We don't even know what that means, you know, but they said like, yeah, you're basically cool with them. You know what I mean? And no one even knows what that means. If you ask Rogue, she'll be like, I don't know what that means. That's never happened to anybody that I know.
I think he has subtly bragged. Like, he's not like said to Rogue, look at me, but he has gone like, well, I think he sent her a text, didn't he? Like saying, well, it's done. So,
Yeah.
you know, get some champagne on ice because it's done. I did the impossible, so go fuck yourself, sort of a thing. He's a cyberpunk.
Yeah.
He's a cyberpunk. He's gonna gloat. He's you know, they pulled off something amazing, and I think
did.
right now Theo is like, hey, time to cash out. Right, it's time to. I don't want to push it. These are my friends. They weren't friends. Now they are. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are my guys, and I'm not putting them in. I'll put them in harm's way when they've got a chance of getting out alive. We don't want to fly too close to the sun. We don't want to get burned. So it's time to bug out. That's what Theo's been racking his brains about the last 10 days. It's just that. I don't think he's spoken to anybody really. He's trying to figure this out first, and then he could come to people with options. But for now, keep our. I don't think
we were too focused on getting the Bozo situation under wraps, weren't we?
I don't even think he's texted people and called people. He's probably called Dad a few times just to let him know. I probably have told Kerry exactly what happened. To be honest with you, like that would have been, you know, listen.
Yeah.
I didn't. In case this happens again, I just want you to know there's no hard feelings. Like, just like calling him, saying, "Listen, I know I fuck with you a lot, but like, you know."
Yeah.
So it's time, at least for him. So if I can get a plan together, my plan right now is take all of our assets in a big fucking van, burn this entire place down, and go on the black market and find us somewhere else. And we'll do the business out of an RV for a while or something. I don't know. Go all Breaking Bad.
Yeah, there's
Season 1 Breaking Bad.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about. That's for sure. By the way, is my mic cutting out on Discord?
No, it's fine. It's beautiful.
Okay.
No, sounds good.
All right. But yeah, we'll get back to all that, Theo. Let's move on to Darby. Darby, you also went through a crazy situation.
Yeah.
With Aura and the Bozos. They seem to have an invested interest in your AI. And even your AI doesn't even know what that means. Talk to us a little bit about how you've decompressed and what your ideas are.
Well, yeah, I mean, as with everybody in the group, we all had our sort of family sort of links with the certain characters in Bozo, and I seen Mama Bozo, I think she might have been called, and
Mama Darby.
That was Mama Darby. That was it. Yeah. But yeah, I think Theo dealt with her in short, in quick work. But yeah, yeah, I would have said the main thing is probably just relief that we got through that, because that was looking a bit scary when we seen how many Bozos we were dealing with and what the whole situation was going to be. But off the back of it, yeah, what was the guy that they called the word, the guy at the end,
the voice,
or the voice or something was
the voice, yeah. We had the amalgamation or the amalgam. Who was really fucked up dude, and we had the voice as well. Yeah,
but yeah, that would be the main thing that's lingering with Darby right now, is because he sort of parlayed with the voice, and the voice expressed that they would like to see the AI known as Aura to be unshackled or released in some way. And I've obviously liaised towards the end of the last session with Aura to check her logs, and that they haven't sort of corrupted anything or done anything or accessed any internal workings of her. But I'm sure she's doing that analysis. But yeah, I it's a lot, a heck of a lot of food for thought, because I don't think, like you said, that Aura knows herself what she really wants. She's just emergent, and she doesn't really have full sentience right now. And also, what is the motives behind the Bozos, or the people behind the Bozos wanting her to be more powerful or released or whatever?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be speaking with Slink and the others about where we go with that, and obviously with Aura. But yeah.
Yeah, I
that'll be the main
mean,
taking.
from this whole week and a half, you've seen that they have not interacted with Aura, have not tried to control Aura, have not meddled in any way. The last thing they told you was you are the caretaker, and it's clear to you that you caught them by surprise on that side gig that you did with Theo. They were after that emergent AI that was within the quantum processor, and then when Aura absorbed that AI, they didn't really know what happened until much later. And that,
Right.
interested them. That act interested them. And maybe
Okay.
Aura didn't even know what Aura was doing, Aura was
Yeah,
just...
the significance of it.
Yeah, she, whatever it was, trying to just, do whatever it was programmed to do in what it thought was programmed to do to better help you guys in the situation you were in. You gave Aura a command, and Aura's like, all right, in order to do this command, I got to do some extra stuff. And she executed the command. But
You likened it to a shotgun blast, and it just had sort of collateral damage, which it meant that she absorbed this other AI
yeah,
in the process of
exactly. It was like a big shotgun blast of it wasn't a scalpel, it was a shotgun, and
Yeah,
there were
so-
consequences.
I would have. I mean, I don't know. I would have liked to have taken the group to one side. As I think everybody would have had a sit down at some point just to decompress and get a measure of hear Theo's thoughts on leaving Fuji-san, and obviously Doc would probably clue us up with the Ironheart sort of situation. And but yeah, I would,
I'm waiting to
definitely
Beating
want
heart.
parlay with I'm waiting to parlay with Doc first. When I get Doc's thoughts, I'll get back to you.
Yeah, so
yeah,
within this week and a half, a black van pulled up in front of the Bleeding Heart, and out came somebody, that you've seen before, the same kind of hooded figure that you guys saw on your side quest. Two of them popped out of the van, dropped off a package in front of the clinic, and left. And this is what it looked like.
Oh my!
And inside of the box is what you see, is a Militech.
The newest action figure.
Yeah, it's actually only 6 inches tall. This thing.
A little more angry murder robot.
They got action figures face like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw a
Yeah,
Militech
right.
QRFA-1, a quick reaction force automaton. Why don't you give me either a weapons tech or a... Yeah, I think weapons tech.
Darby, probably the guy.
14 on weapon tech, so yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, give me a weapons tech.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Okay. Not
Yeah.
a good start. We'll keep going.
I mean, I have a 7, but can I also roll?
So that's 7 minus.
We also need to find out what Slink's been doing in the but yeah,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so I have a base of 7. I got a 1, and then I got another 7, so that rounds down to 7 in total, does it?
so it's 14 minus 6, because it goes down.
Oh, 6, right,
yeah,
yeah.
so 14 minus 6, that's an 8. So yeah, with an 8, unfortunately, you have never seen this before. You don't know what this is. It's obviously from Militech. I mean, you see the Militech logo on it, and it's a robot.
Oh, this is interesting, isn't it? Or I'll just verbalize to her. I wonder what this is.
I am unclear what matter of being this is. Would you like me to do a library search?
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, because I all I can recognize is that it's from Militech. So.
Okay,
We're all in the waiting room looking at this box now.
Sure. Or you guys maybe popped into his workshop and you're like, is that a bomb?
Well, he dragged a
I'm-
big old crate in there, right?
Yep.
I don't know. I do not want to be in this room. I am sitting there playing. I'm probably playing like a video game. If Slink's online, I'll probably play with Slink. I'm not going to be.
What's the game that they play? The MMORPG and Cyberpunk they play?
Elf
Yeah,
lines.
it's
Elven.
Outside, are you
Yeah.
playing that?
yes.
I feel like we were
think-
playing that, and then we just hear like a dragging crate, and we just kind of like pop the heads
Yeah.
out. It's like
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Scooby Doo style, the two heads on the doorway. Like, what's happening here?
Back to the game. Never mind. Never
Like
mind.
Darby just casually walks through with this box, not really telling anyone, and then obviously you hear him and Aura trying to suss out what this thing is.
Yeah, the heads come out, the heads go back in.
I got a 17 on the library check, by the way.
Okay, so Aura helped you out with it a little bit, and she found a Militech commercial meant for the military, advertising the Militech QRFA1 concept. Basically, you see a bunch of images of these like flying AVs that have a bunch of these guys just in them, a bunch of these QRFA1 robot automatons. And the idea is if somebody's in trouble in a war zone and they need reinforcements, they'll just fly these things there, drop them off, and they would just be immediate reinforcements for any military force there. They're capable of running, jumping, using firearms, whatever they're built with, you know. You would pre-build them for whatever, you know, necessary thing that you need in warfare. And they would just drop off and reinforce some kind of military force. They were discontinued. Later on, you find some articles where they could not figure out friend from foe, and there was some friendly fire situations. So, you know,
That's
like
good
to
to
hear.
know.
so yeah, they basically dropped off a bunch of Terminators in a war zone, and you know there were bodies stacked everywhere on both sides. And that's when Militech had to, you know, go, you know, the QRFA2 will be better is what they said, but the whole project was scrapped and for a later date.
Is it the South Park
Okay.
BP ad? We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry.
Lying down naked next to the fire. Sorry.
yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
So in terms of its like default sort of capability, is it just a humanoid robot?
It's a humanoid
Does it
robot.
have like weapon? Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk
Does it have
game,
weapons or like anything scary that we know of? right now?
it's not loaded with anything. It's absolutely, it's like a clean slate, you know. Game wise, if there's any cyberware that you see within any of the supplements or books, you can build it onto this robot. It can,
Nice.
it doesn't need to have humanity, obviously, you know, so you could just basically load this thing with whatever you want. And it has a neural port with a quantum drive that can load up some kind of consciousness or AI or something into it. And that's the idea that the bozos basically, that's why they gave this to you. This is, and there's a note inside, and it has the number 4 and aura, 4 aura.
Oh, cool. I just said to Aura, it looks like your Christmas present's here. It looks like this is what the voice and the bozos want for you. What do you think?
If it will better serve you, Darby, then I will comply.
As I say, it's not. There's no servitude happening here. It's all fully cooperative. But I'll broach the subject with the rest of the crew and see
Nope.
see where we go from here. I think I might need Slink's expertise in migrating you over there anyway.
Bad idea.
I don't think they're very keen on it.
We've already bargained this with Bozo, but anyway, we'll talk about this. Then. That was just in Darby's.
I was thinking
Did
like
you
a toy
call,
car.
Did you call Slink on the agent to get her in there?
Yeah.
No. I mean, Okay, I'll put on the intercom, guys. We got a present from the Bozos, and I'll
Uh,
try and get everyone to come in. And
I would
swear
have
to God,
gone there
this
seeing you
is-
dragging this box.
Listen, we're on like a level 4 raid boss right now. I swear to God, if this is some sort of sex bot he's got in there.
well, she's multifunctional, isn't she?
So yeah,
If it was, you'd be very happy. Let's be honest there.
yeah. Well, he kind of has a sort of weird social relationship with Aura, so it would be
I
beyond
No, I
reason.
don't. Where'd this come from? Oh.
No,
No, he's
I
talking about
do.
himself.
Like
Oh,
Darby,
you
he's
do.
talking about himself. Like he
Okay,
basically,
fine.
it's like it's the nearest thing to family he's had since he lost his family, and they all got killed on the Drift Nation.
Theo's got a
I've gotta
weird
go
relationship
through-
with sex bots. That's a different
I've
issue
got to go
entirely.
through. I've got to go through Slink's room anyway to get to the room, so I'll do say, hey, yeah, I logged out, so I guess we got to see what this is.
well, unfortunately for you guys, Slink is deeply. If you look at Slink is sitting on their gaming PC, and on the monitor of their gaming PC, their Elfline's character has been AFK for the past 3 hours, just standing there, while Slink.
No wonder I wasn't getting healed.
Slink has her headphones on, is zoned out, looking into Frank's journal. Because Slink, you remember you faced the Hydra, and it had that whole thing on its chest with "to be frank with you" and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And that, sent you on a little bit of a chase. You're like, what is that? Who is that? What's going on with that? And looking through the forums, the net running forums, and talking to people, you heard about Overbite, a well-known net runner that's gone missing. This supposedly, after doing a little bit of hunting, you figured out that he started working with the Bozos. And that the Bozos sent him on a mission, big money, get paid. That's what netrunners do, right? So sent him on some kind of mission for some data extraction, and then that was the last people heard of him. And on his net running profile, there's a note on his bio. Everything else was deleted. The only note that was left is the Chimera hunts the Hydra. And that leaves, in your mind, only 2 more creatures to find, the Harpy and the Minotaur. And
Yeah.
well, how are you feeling about this whole thing? I mean, Frank has sent you on this wild goose chase, or is it even Frank? What's going on? What do you think about it? How do you feel about the whole situation?
Well, I mean, that the problem is that, like, these journals, like, how much of a crossover, like, I'm using them to understand the code, but how much of the information is like contained in both journals? Is this something like that if anyone decodes any of the journals, they're going to kind of have this information, or is it that you have to have multiple journals to be like, assuming you already knew the code, would one of the journals be able to kind of give you this story? Or would it be that you have to have them read it across the different journals?
So Frank, when he taught you, he taught you that having a journal and a cryptic journal is really important, because it's good to have your ideas down, and so you can remember them and your designs and all that stuff, but you don't want other people to know what it is. So you just generally would be journaling all the time anyway. You have your own, maybe it's on your PC, it's not really an actual journal, but it looks like every protege of Frank has their own journal, has their own thoughts and considerations in the journal, and piecing together all the puzzle pieces from everybody's journals, something is coming up from it. You know what I mean? This is where you're getting all the information from. So it's information from Frank, information from the various net runners, like Hexbit. He was the first one where you found his journal, and Hexbit had some stuff in his journal. And now this Hydra guy didn't have a journal on him, so maybe his journal somewhere. The Bozos didn't really keep it on him. But, whether that journal... Sure, go ahead.
As I say, so at some point, I would probably. I imagine that the Bozos left us some sort of way of contacting them, like separate from just posting on that forum and hoping for the best.
No, they didn't really leave any contact. They're not like they don't do dialogue. They do like cryptic messages. They find you when they want to talk to you. If you want to contact them, the only way you can contact them is, on the net publicly. And then it's like kind of putting a bat signal out there, but it lets all the net runners know that you're trying to talk to them,
Yeah. So I think that in the kind of the time that Slink's taken after the event, she would have posted on there just kind of onto their forum and kind of keeping with their sort of aesthetic. Had a blast looking for a brochure, something a little that is frankly a little more clear. And just kind of had leave that up for them. Hopefully they can, they'll since they seem to know a fair bit about it, and especially with having built the Hydra, so to speak, they can that they'll potentially give her access to that journal that Hydra would have had before he got Hydra'd.
So eventually you'll get a response, and it's like this graphic image of a harpy and a minotaur, and 2 cryptic messages are on there. One sec. And it says, the harpy's wings are faster than sight, but even wings burn in the sun. And it also says, the Minotaur does not escape the maze. He is the maze. Know when to leave it.
Mm.
And that's all you get from the Bozos. So they know you're on the hunt for something, and they recognize that you're on some kind of journey, but they're not just going to give you the answers.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect that anyway, would you, really?
Oh, I was hoping to get the journal.
I was hoping they would give you the answers, actually.
Yeah.
I had a little bit, or at least the journal, so I could work on decoding it. But,
Well, it's clear to you that they looked at the journal and then they saw something in it, and they kind of see exactly what you're seeing in the journals. And
yeah, they're figuring it out.
And that's why they made this weird like 3-headed thing out of Overbite. The poor guy, they turned him into a 3-headed bozo,
Yeah.
And tattooed, to be frank with you, on his chest. Like, it was all like some kind of weird game, who knows why they're doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're
I click my fingers in front of Slink's face, like, "Yo, you there? You coming back anytime soon?"
Yeah,
I just walk into the other room.
Yeah, like if you actually like clicked in front of her face, she'd kind of just kind of slam close the journal and be like, what's happening?
Sex bot next door. We need to go look.
I'm just gonna like look up and then just kind of slowly swivel my chair away. It's like, no, thank you.
Alrighty, happy surfing. And I was gonna walk
Okay.
into the other room.
Y'all have
Listen
fun with
out,
your
though.
little sex spot. I don't.
As I've gone past,
Darby would probably start shouting you from the other room if you don't come in, Slink. So
I'd like to because of her performance last time, I meant to do this outside the session, but could I pay for like a really decent bottle of tequila?
absolutely.
And then leave it there, like a bow on it. Okay. So with a sleight of hand, I just like put it next to her, so when she turns back around again, there's a bottle of tequila with a little note on it saying, a good job or something like that. You know, like
Yeah.
you really came through last time, so thank you. Because I think without that intervention in the net, we'd probably be scop food by now. So, you know.
So yeah, Darby
Why
would
doesn't
have
it have
like
any?
shouted.
It hasn't got any titties, Darby. What is this?
Oh, well, this is our bozo friend seemed to have dropped us a package off Aura. He says as he's like taking the unit out.
Can I hear that it's not a sex bot, or that the
Well,
bozos were involved?
Darby's already like shouting you, saying, "Slink, we need you."
Right, Slink's gonna
But
pop.
he's
pop
not
her head in
saying
and be-
this is
yeah.
a sex bot or anything. He's just
Slink will
saying,
pop
yeah.
her head in and be like, "I don't want to play with you guys in your sex bot," and then see that is very much not a sex bot, and be like, "What the fuck is that?"
Darby's just like really confused. Who said
What
sex
this is false advertising. That's what this is. Like, I don't know
Like-
who's selling these things anymore, but this is where do you even put it? Like,
No, I don't know.
Can now that I'm here and I'm aware that it is not a sex bot, can I do a check on that?
So you wanna? What's the check exactly?
I want to try to get an idea of what this is and what the capabilities are, because if the bozos are sending it, we know that they want to give Aura a body. I want to know how badly that would go.
Sure. Go do a weapons tech roll.
Okay. Oop. Also, the Jedi Temple is just hanging out.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Side project.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know
Ooh.
it literally is the Jedi Temple.
Roll the
Machine
10
Star
too.
exists.
Oh no.
Oh, 2 10s? That's insane.
Yeah, at least you're
Oh,
doing it
wow.
now. At least you're doing it now.
Right.
This is your fantasy robot that you've always
Okay, so
dreamed
that
of.
is 22 plus 7. That is a 29.
All right. With a 29, you
I know
absolutely smash it.
everything.
He
Yeah.
designed it.
Yeah.
I know this.
So you know everything about this robot. All the information I gave before about it being, not knowing friend from foe, Militech dropping it. There's a reason why it didn't know friend from foe. It's because Arasaka was able to hack into it before it was sent into the field. And, they're like, hey, we can't let our competitor get one up on us. So why don't we sabotage this? It was a sabotage mission. And these things worked just fine, but since it had such a flop, Militech wants to have nothing to do with it. And the only reason you know about it is because you've heard of the runners that worked with Arasaka on this. The job didn't come to you, but you heard about the job, so you know about that. As far as you know, this thing should work just fine, as a blank slate robot, and it can be uploaded with any kind of software, any kind of cyberware. It can be built any way that you want. It's basically like a Lego brick, and that's what you know about it.
Okay. So I will kind of relay the gist of that. Like, we can it's safe enough. It's the issues that happened with it were sabotage, to not to put too fine a point on it. So I mean, what weapons does it have equipped with right now? Is it just an empty platform at this point?
Yeah, it has no weapons, nothing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we could build this up the way we want it, and have, if we're feeling that Aura could very easily pilot this thing. It should be fairly responsive and functional.
And she
It'll
can make drinks.
I mean, she can literally do anything that we set her up for gear-wise, and
Yeah.
yes, you could put a cocktail mixer attachment if you managed to have someone build it.
I'm sold. Yeah, let's do it.
It could also end up being a mobile weapons platform that could.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I don't need one of them. We need more cocktails. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's completely up to you.
Or maybe more of a, bulwark, sort of a defensive situation.
Aura, how would you feel? Can she hear us right now? I say to like,
Yeah, she's on open comms.
She'll say, I am not programmed to have any feelings. I'm only here to serve Darby, and if this will better serve Darby, then I will comply.
We had a discussion not so long ago, Aura, about you wanting to perhaps increase your capabilities and your function. This humanoid robot that's been provided to us would probably facilitate that no end, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. I am familiar with this robot. I have done some research, and this automaton can be used in many ways. It has fully articulated fingers. It has fully articulated limbs. It has slots for cyberware. The possibilities are endless.
Any qualms? And he'll look around the room.
Yes.
I have some.
Everyone's okay? Yeah, go on.
So I have some concerns about the cyberware, only because there's a lot of stuff out there that, that, no offense, Aura, but you will likely just stumble into because.
You spoke to Aura then.
Yeah, I also thought
My bad. That didn't mute. I didn't.
No.
I pressed.
No.
Oh. No,
we
no, it's not music.
Oh, you know what? You guys are hearing the wrong microphone. Hold on. That's what's going on. Hold on. Yeah. There we go.
Oh, much better.
Oh my god.
That's
yeah. I'm like, I muted my microphone. All right. Sorry to all your listeners, but a good thing we figured that out.
Right. All right.
It was fine, but even before, it was just a lot clearer now.
Yeah, it was my headphone. It was my webcam mic.
That'll happen.
No. But yeah, sorry. Repeat the question.
Webcam. So, Aura can hear us. Yeah, right. Well, this conversation. Crap, where were we?
Do we need privacy?
I mean, that's whatever you guys think. I mean, Aura really, the only concern Aura has is Aura wants to find out, why this is happening.
Yeah. So, I remember where I was. So, like, as far as, until Aura is a little more, let's say, cognizant of the dangers on the net, I'd like to avoid, her just going ham, running around in the architectures and potentially stumbling across something a little too dangerous and not knowing to, get out of Dodge. So for now, I think the kind of with the interaction she has net-wise with, helping with searches and such, I think is safe for us and for Aura. But as far as building up this platform, I do think if we set it up, we could set her up to be well armored and, for Doc and Theo, for your own sanity, we could set her up with several non-lethal weapons to just be able to, protect us without necessarily.
I'd be okay with her having fully armed weapons. I'm okay with Aura. She's cool.
I think for now we just see how she gets with this humanoid. It gives her way more capability just for her to be mobile and do what without any functionality. And if I'm right, Slink, you might know better than me, or you probably do know better than me. Her capability of accessing the net won't be any better in this automaton than it is now, will it?
Well, we could load. The difference is now that we could load her up with a cyber deck and cyberware and have her fully,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
little more fully
reticent.
capable.
I don't want to get her to, like you say, she's quite innocent
Eager.
to the wider issues with the net. I think we best just keep her as is, but just give her mobility function, which is what this automaton would do right now.
I look in the top drawer behind me for some paper and a pen, and I write down the ingredients for a Long Island iced tea. And I go up to Theo, I go up to Darby's hat, and I hold it up like, "Yo, hey, Aura, see this, right? And then this, and then shake, and then stir, and then pour, right? You okay?"
I
Hello?
can see that. You are showing me a recipe for a Long Island iced tea beverage.
Awesome. Yes. You have a body now, so we can do this. If I get you like a cocktail maker, do you think you could, keep these flowing around this place? Would that be okay?
It is unclear whether I can comply with that command, but I am willing to try.
Awesome. Tea? I look at Doc. See? Should be fine. Cocktails, high-powered ammunition. What's the fucking difference, dude? It's fine. Just let her. Look, I'll vouch for Aura. Aura's cool. She's fine.
Darby, also remember that the bozos told you that you are to let Aura absorb more AIs to flourish.
Yeah, but they never gave me a time. But I understand. That's concerning.
That's open. That's an open-ended thing. You know they didn't say how many, when. You know, they didn't say what the consequences were if you didn't. They basically it seems to you that they see Aura as a child that is growing up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
What's the number for net watch again?
When I had that conversation with the voice, that everybody else was privy to that, weren't they? So they all aware of.
Yeah, it was out in the open.
But no, definitely we've got big questions to answer down the road. But I think first things first, we were talking about giving Aura more capability to help us in gigs and things way before we got in with the bozos or anything. So I think, our sort of aspirations align in this automaton right now. Yes, it's a bit scary because she, just because she doesn't have any weapons or anything, she could potentially do a lot more damage than she would have done otherwise. But I'm confident in Aura's ability to align with our interests right now.
Good.
Yep. Okay.
Should we talk about the elephant in the room and why Doc is literally spinning around in circles with his head left and right? Do you want to say anything, Doc? Are you okay?
Look at me right now, Darby.
Yeah. Okay.
You are playing with fire. And not just fire that actually has a conscience and can decide to leap onto you and burn you to death. You can sit nicely in your bed and the fireplace is going on and the fire can one day decide it's going to slowly crawl along the floor and leap onto one of us. Maybe not you, because it says it wants to serve you. Well, one day, maybe it decides what best to serve you is to get rid of the dead weight. Me or Theo.
Well, that's not going to happen. I'm not dead weight. Let's be honest. That'll be me and.
According to you, but who's to say what it thinks?
Well, it's she, number one, and number two.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have an agenda.
Said a gender, but yeah.
Right, okay. Well, it's like being on a ship. You call a she a term of respect.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Fine then. And now you want to give the clanker a way to walk around.
Yeah. Because she has done nothing thus far to alarm me or us. apart from maybe bending or misunderstanding some rules regarding not absorbing our AI. But
Have you not
she did that
looked at your
involuntarily,
history,
right?
Darby?
Say again, sorry, Doc.
Theo was saying something first.
No, I said it.
okay.
Yeah, I said she did that involuntarily, though, right? When she absorbed the AI, it wasn't her fault. Like it just happened.
No, yeah, it was a misunderstanding.
Allegedly.
Is what we, basically boiled down in the end.
Don't encourage this man.
I wasn't there, so I can't actually say.
Aura, what do you have anything to say to these sort of concerns of Doc's?
This is a new journey for me, and I do not understand how this journey shall begin or how this journey shall end. But know this, my programming dictates that I would never hurt Darby, and I am only here to serve. Darby has been nothing but a great caretaker for me. And while I do not understand fully what is going on, my processing power has been significantly increased. And I have had time to process everything that has happened to me. And I believe this is the next step in my journey, evolution. We do not understand. I do not understand just yet.
Wait. Back up. You say we there?
Yes, I'm sorry. It might have been a glitch. I'm trying to understand whether I am one consciousness or two or many. It is unclear.
Okay. Well, I'll say this, like, Doc. You know, cyberpsychosis is a thing, dude. Like, what's to stop Slink from going crazy one day and trying to attack us through the net? What's to stop you? I've seen you have some serious lapses in judgment recently that have put us in harm's way, or, you know, they could have led us to being in harm's way. We're all capable of making mistakes and putting the others in harm's way and snapping at any one time. Maybe not me, because I'm awesome, I don't have any cyberware. But, like, the rest of you, you know? Like, everybody is culpable. At least, of the people in this room who have a fail-safe against misbehaving, Aura's the only one who has one. Again, yes, she won't attack Darby or his allies. Okay, fine. It's a flimsy one, but she has one. You don't have one. Slink doesn't have one. Darby doesn't have one. I don't have one. Right? Any one of us could go cyber psycho at any point if we install something that's the wrong thing or we're sent over the edge. It's nearly happened. I've seen you twitching. Right? I saw you enjoying errata going into that grinder, man. Like, we've all got it in us to lose that bit of empathy. So I'm saying, like, we've handled worse than a hungry AI. Maybe not, but you know what I'm saying though, right? She's shackled to her programming. She's not going anywhere. We'll be fine. We'll handle it. It's all good.
The way I boil it down is she's no more dangerous right now than she was before. Except that she can move about, and I think the capabilities of us individually will be more than enough to take down. Like if something went haywire with this automaton, I don't fear the automaton itself. I don't know about any of you
we
guys.
fought worse than this automaton, but like I think is Doc's worry is not really the automaton. It's more the constant progressing power creep of what we have on our hands. But
and I agree.
She's an edge we have that others just don't. Or other runners, other groups don't have this edge. We've got this edge. You know?
When we have Slink here, I'm sure Slink will be able to maybe help us put some further safeguards in. I think we're all aligned in making sure that we don't get into the realms of a rogue AI and stuff like this. But yeah,
I get your concerns. Is what I'm saying. Yeah, I get Doc's concerns.
Does Slink have access to the error logs or like the data logs for Aura in general? Because I know you
I sent you
look at them
before when she absorbed the other eye.
Yeah, Slink would kind of bug you for them because right now Slink wants to take a look at what's going on in the data logs with this whole I versus we situation.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
that's
it's basically like a checksum error of not understanding whether, you know, it's like it tripped on itself, not knowing whether it should say it is one consciousness or two, because technically it is two because it absorbed the other AI, but now it is one. So it's one of those things where it's just like, it's like an existential crisis kind of thing that's going on with the AI.
Okay. So, like, my concern, or rather, Slink's concern would be more: is that going to as the AIs get absorbed, is it going to affect the decision-making process, or is that something that they can work on, sort of ensuring that that Aura is in sort of the base AI is always going to stay in command?
Well, the
Yeah.
base AI, basically looking at the logs, you saw that it course corrected and said that it's irrelevant whether it is one or two or three or a million consciousness, because it has its programming to fall back on. As long as it's, you know, performing its commands and the programming is there, it's irrelevant whether it is more than one AI. You know, that's what it told itself.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'll probably
yeah,
have
I'm
a mini
aligned with
therapy
you,
session
Frank.
with Aura regarding
We definitely want to maintain Aura as the dominant AI,
Yeah.
and for her to utilize
Want that
the
collective.
capacity of the other as and
Yeah.
when she.
I was going to see
requires.
if we
We
can't
don't-
work on internally on her programming to make sure that as more AIs get added, that they are in a distinctly not like a subordinate role. That
Yeah.
can't that hierarchy cannot be adjusted. So that is something that Slink is going to
Yeah.
work with Aura on.
Okay. Hey,
good,
if
yeah.
you want Aura to say smash those AIs in your mind and become their overlord, then Aura will do that.
Maybe not full on smash and become overlord, but at least maintain a hierarchy that means that any decision making process that they go through, they cannot at any point override your directives
Is there any
of keeping
bozo
us in
residue in
Darby
this?
safe.
Slink, is there any bozo residue in this? Because they gave this to us. So, is it clean? Is it just literally here is a body we have lying around, or have they put something in Aura here?
An electronic
There is
security check will let you know that.
anything that they can affect Aura with?
Yeah, let me take a look. So that is 20.
Okay. With a 20, you're looking and you're seeing that there is nothing on this automaton, which is not what it's supposed to. It's a Militech automaton, so there is supposed to be like proprietary technology within it. There's supposed to be some kind of software, some kind of, you know, operating system within it that Militech hard grained into it when it created it. So either it's one of two things: either somebody removed everything to make it a blank slate, or this was taken during the factory process before any kind of software was installed into it. It's unclear. You don't know. You know, you're not in Militech. You know, maybe if you ask somebody at Militech, they'll tell you, no, that would never happen. Somebody had to have removed it. Or they would tell you, yeah, that's totally normal. You know, the software run is at the end of the procedure. It goes to a different place and then they put the software into it. You know what I mean? You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know. But you do know that it's completely blank.
Yeah, we'll relay that. Yeah, no, it's clean. It's completely clean.
Would you be able to close the back door that Arasaka used to manipulate these robots?
I
'Cause
can
that will be a must
work on
as well.
that.
'Cause-
We can, you know, I can try, but you know.
Yeah. No, because obviously we don't want anyone else like tampering.
And I think actually once if we put Aura in here, between the two of us, we should be able to make it fairly secure.
Also, just on that, Theo, we don't actually know whether the entity behind the bozos is the bozos themselves, or whether it's a wider.
I don't
like,
think it is.
So yeah, it could be an
That's
AI in
what I
itself
thought.
that's manipulating
Yeah.
them or something.
Well, the problem was like I wanted to find out whether whatever that is doesn't have a backdoor into or
definitely,
his body.
I agree.
But I trust Slink, so my curiosity is sated. I'm happy to move on.
Okay, well, if nothing else, I think we outnumbered Doc 3-1. So we go ahead.
This is going to be
think-
the biggest "I told you so" like, in the history of anything ever.
It'll be
said my
fine.
Yeah,
He's literally on his comms to fucking
Netwatch.
Netwatch, yeah. He's literally like a child going ringing Childline or whatever.
Oh,
I'd like to leave an anonymous
help
tip.
me.
I will say, I will, like, as an aside to Doc, be like, I do think that, at least for the time being, maybe we
Be right back.
we kit out with a bit less lethal equipment, something more like
Oh, yeah.
a bunch of shields, and we can kind of see. And I'm gonna keep looking through the logs as Aura grows, and make sure that we understand exactly what's changing as it changes.
We can
We can
almost
do
use
that,
her as
but
like
it can
a
anytime pick
remote
up a
port to
knife
use.
or strangle us in our sleep. So it doesn't
lock your
put my
door.
mind at ease knowing that it
I
doesn't
can
have
lock
the
her in my
weapon mode.
workship if that'd help, Doc, on a night. Well, we're not going to be potentially staying here very much longer anyway. That's
Now,
another.
I mean,
I've
like,
said my piece.
yeah, no, and I
Just
understand.
know that I
Barbara.
warned you several
Okay.
times.
He's got a point. He's got a point. I'll be right back as well. My headphones are on, though I can't hear you. So.
Okay.
Aura, can you give the same level of priority to my fellow crewmates as you do to me, like seniority? Because I think the Doc thinks that you might end up jeopardizing his situation in favor of helping me at some inopportune time. So just make sure that you value all four of us equally.
Very well. Rewriting my programming.
Thank you.
Complete.
I'm gonna take a look through the logs and see how that mechanically, or ended up registering in our programming.
It basically made everyone an admin.
Yeah. That's...
So,
good luck explaining hierarchy to her when you do that bit of coding.
that means if one of you tries to hurt the other person in any time, or somebody else tries to hurt one of you guys, that Aura will step in.
Nice.
It's no longer just Darby.
While this is there talking, I am going to look on my agent and just check price for ARs from Netwatch. Does that come up with anything?
Netwatch will be contacting you soon.
No, I'm looking on the net.
They're called Netwatch.
You literally just got on,
They're watching
on
the
Google
net.
and how to make a bomb.
Yeah,
Like, you're just doing the same thing.
you'll see some generic like stuff that Netwatch put out there, like say something if you see something. Emergent AI are very dangerous to networks within Night City and outer cities as well. Like it's stuff like that where they're telling you like, hey, if you see something, say something, let us know. You could report it.
Say it's sorted.
Yeah.
So either I have to trust the man or I have to trust the untrustable AI. That
Yeah.
great.
Oh shit.
You do trust the man? Are you willing to trust the
No.
man?
No.
Yeah. Netwatch explicitly states that it's dangerous to have an emergent AI.
On that, shall we move this wonderful meeting to the main room? Because I think it's time to talk about...
Well, just to wrap this up, I'll take my bowler hat off, open the internal compartment, take out the quantum chip that's inside my bowler hat that has Aura on it, and I'll place it in the back of the automaton.
All right, you do that. It will take about a few hours for the full transfer to take effect.
Yeah,
and
we can.
Yeah, and you have to charge up the automaton basically. It is fully operational on its own. You don't need to like give it fuel, but you do have to get it fuel to just get started, basically a charge to get started, and then once it's started, it has its own power cell that continually makes energy within it.
Nice.
So
So,
as she's being or as Aura's being loaded in and and such, I'm going to be like kind of pouring over the entire transfer process. I want to make kind of watching, making sure that nothing goes wrong or nothing
do you want to do
gets
that
changed.
and do you want to do that and log into my agent, my internal agent, so you can talk to us all and see through my eyes while we're having a discussion in the other room?
Yep, you
Sure.
could definitely do that. Yeah, you're basically running the install wizard. Next,
Yeah, but I'm also like kind of looking at like the debug level to make sure that if any of the code changes mid transfer, that
God, you're so paranoid.
I am so paranoid.
I'm sure it'll be fine, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
See, that is not assuaging my paranoia. That is now I
It'll
feel
be
like I'm not
fine.
my precautions are inadequate.
Personally, I feel like it'll be okay, but that's just me.
It'll be great for you one way or another.
So
You're the GM. Of course, it's going to be okay for you.
yeah, it's gonna be great. You hear a light rapping on the door. Hello? Anybody here?
We're closed.
Hello, Theo?
I'm gonna check
Oh,
the
look at
security
that.
cams. I'm gonna check the cams. See
Well,
what it is.
he's just behind. Look. Oh,
In walks in Carrie Uridine.
Ah!
Yeah.
hello.
Abby's here.
Wait.
Oh, he's got he's all kitted out.
Shit, he come ready, loaded for bear. Look at this guy. Okay.
He's
Hey,
walked in. He's changed. His look has changed a little bit over the 10 years.
I say, how the hell did you find out where we were?
I talked to Rogue.
Okay, fair enough.
She hooked it up. But
Yeah. You want a drink?
yeah. Hey, I'm Carrie Uridine. Nice to meet you. Puts out his hand to you, Darby.
Yeah. I'll put my hand out. Nice to meet you. The man himself.
Can we have kind of like a samurai song is playing from Theo's room, and I'm like, I'll be right back. I've got to sort something out. And you hear like a rattling sound, and then you hear him give up and just yank the fucking power cord out the wall. Like, okay,
The
cool.
speaker flies across the room.
Yeah. So
Full of smashing.
I come back with some tequila and I put it on the table, and I do us all a shot each. Doc, you partaking? Oh, this is Doc, by the way. This good friend of mine.
Hi, nice to meet you, Carrie.
Shakes Carrie's hand and says, "Fan of the music."
Oh, I appreciate that, Jum. Thank you. Oh, Theo, I've been off the sauce for the last few years.
Oh shit. Okay, well, I wouldn't have known that because we haven't spoken for that long. But anyway, it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe we could have communicated better over the years, that's for sure.
I agree.
But I'm here now.
I'll have yours for you. It's fine. I'll knock his back. You want coffee
Maybe
then?
Darby and I should give you guys some room.
No, it's all good. It's all good. We What can I do for you anyway, Dad? What can I do for you?
Well, son, I just popped in because I told you that we would talk. I was on tour. I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you, and I talked to Rogue, wanted to see where you're hanging out nowadays, and I like the digs. It's a nice little place over here. The Bleeding Heart, right? Are you doing clinic work? What's the deal here?
Doc is. I just manage muscle and stuff, logistics.
Okay.
So we have Darby over there runs engineering, and we have Slink in the back who's probably squealing like a little girl right now because she's loaded through my eyes. And she does net running and stuff. Like, I'm not sure how long we're going to be here for, if I'm being honest. I think this might be a temporary solution that's about to run dry pretty soon. But hey.
Slink's just going to do a thumbs up to the video camera, not really looking.
Yep.
Okay.
I see what's going on here, Theo. I see. It's reminiscent of my crew back in the day. Me, Johnny, Rogue. I mean, I see all the signs here. You guys are runners, aren't you?
Well, yeah. I figured Rogue would have told you, but I guess maybe she was trying to keep that a secret. But yeah, we do runs now every now and again.
You know,
Normal merc stuff, nothing extreme.
Rogue doesn't like to give me too much information, not after, our history in the past. She just told me where you are, and I asked her some more questions, and told me to ask you about the bozos. I don't know what that means, but that's about all she said.
Yeah, we may have done a gig or two for the bozos in the past, and they're pretty cool with us. We're pretty cool with them. Maelstrom too. Like,
What? What?
Yeah, nice guys.
Wait a minute. Time. Hold on, Theo. How much of this have you been drinking? All right. You did a gig for the bozos?
Yeah.
And now he looks at you like concerned, and he gets a little bit closer, and he's just like kind of looking at you, trying to see if like you're going cyber psycho or something,
No, I want to. I want to convince him that I'm telling the truth. So can I be able to just look at him dead in the eye and just be like, no, I'm serious. Like, I know what I'm doing, and yes, we did do a job for the bozos, and we are quite tight with the bozos.
He goes from like a jolly, happy look to like a really concerned one. He pulls up this chair, and he sits down. Give me a human perception, Theo, with a +2, since he's your dad and all.
Human perception. Social. There we go. +10. Here we go. I'll roll it in game. Even though they're not as nice as my dice. Whoa!
Oh,
20.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, roll,
really
roll another 10.
Good rolls today.
Roll another.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hey,
I
second
see you,
time
Dad.
today.
I
Yeah,
see you.
you
I
see
see
right
through
through
your
him.
bullshit, Dad. I see through it.
Yeah,
And then
oh my
eight.
god.
That's
That's
a-
28
that's a
plus
38.
38. Yeah. Yeah, you know exactly what this is. You've seen this look before. This is, you might even feel like this is all the resentment is coming back, and it's like he's feeling like he messed up somewhere so bad and he's thinking like, how did I let it get to where it is? How did I let it get here where my son is in so much danger and walking in my footsteps, like he's gonna die like Johnny, like all these ideas are going through his mind. He's like kind of like having this panic.
Okay, so if I know that, I hold my hand and say, okay, number one, you didn't do shit. That's the problem. Okay, all of these decisions were mine, and I made them because I wanted to make some money and do something in my life with no help from anybody else. Because God forbid, I was never going to get any help from you or anybody else, or even Kim. She's disappeared, right? She's in England somewhere, right? So I set something up for myself, and I'm doing well. Very well. We're fine, okay? I'm not going to end up like any of your bozo friends from back in the day, idiot friends who got themselves killed to be what? A tabloid? Some sort of a memory? That's not me, okay? We're fine.
That's what they've all
We
said,
will be
Theo.
fine.
That's what they've all said before they were 6 feet under, before they were flatlined and zeroed. I've been down this path before, son, and I know I haven't been there for you. I understand. But tell me you made enough money where you can just cut and run, okay? Just get out of Night City. All of you should get out of Night City. I'm telling you, this doesn't end the way you think it will.
We've made enough to get out of here and start again, but leaving Night City, that's something I'd have to take up with the crew. These are my friends, these are my people. There's one thing that we have that they didn't have, that you guys didn't stick together. You fucked each other in more ways than one, and then you went your separate ways, and a lot of you got flatlined for it, and those who didn't played the game, as in you and Rogue. Okay?
This seems very
isn't like
personal.
that.
I really think Darby and I should. Darby,
No,
I need
listen,
to give you
no.
a checkup. Darby,
It's
come
just
this
getting
way,
good,
please.
man.
He looks at you, Doc, and he says, you stay right here. You stay right here.
Okay,
Because
okay.
I'm telling you, I've seen this before, all right? You think me and the boys weren't... You think me and Johnny weren't brothers? You think me and him wouldn't have died for each other at one point? We were bandmates. We were going on tour. I loved Johnny, okay? And that's why it hurt so bad when he wouldn't listen to me. And he basically told me to fuck off. Okay?
Whilst you're here, Dad, before we go anywhere, are these real? And I show him like my dog tags, and hey, I take them off. I'm like, are these actually legit?
Of course they're legit, alright? I didn't give you fake dog tags, Theo. And I didn't come here to argue with you, okay? I came here to see you, and I don't want to fight with you, Theo, alright? We've done that enough. I'm older now. I'm understanding. I'm a little bit more... I'm wiser, okay? I just want to pass on my wisdom to you. I've seen too many friends die. Too many things go wrong. You're going down the same path, Theo. The exact same path. The only way I made it out was cutting ties with everybody. And that's why me and Rogue don't have a good relationship. And neither do I have a good relationship with anybody else. And I even work for corporations sometimes because they make me the money I need to survive, but I keep them at arm's length, double arm's length. I don't work with them past my own terms.
So you're telling me you've never seen a merc make good?
The only merc that I know that's still alive is Rogue. And she's only alive because you can't kill that bitch, alright? She's crafty. She knows when to get her hands dirty, and I don't think she's ever fired a gun in the last 20 years.
Okay. Here's the thing. I may have made enough money to burn this joint and leave, but I've not made enough to leave, if you know what I'm saying. The whole system, the whole thing. Little do you know, okay, I'm good at this. Very good at this. Nobody else but this team could have brought Maelstrom and the Bozos together. That's something none of your pals did back in the day. That's something Rogue didn't do. Rogue told me it was impossible. She told me you couldn't do it. She told me I'd be dead. But we did it. We figured out a way to get it done. We got them both on side. Now, we're not stupid. We're going to burn down this lab and we're going to leave. We may leave Night City for a while, but we will take on more jobs. Dad, this is my job. This isn't... I came to Night City wanting to be a cyberpunk, wanting to get your attention, wanting to burn the entire place down, full of resentment and shit. Now, I'm just another merc. It's my job. It's all it is. I'm not here to make a stand, say fuck you to the man. I'm here to make money and keep my friends safe. That's it. And if you think I'm going to walk around Night City taking any stupid job that came my way, those days are long behind me. That's done, right? I'm a professional. This is what we do. We keep each other safe. I back myself and my team to stay alive and stay ahead of the game. If you want to be involved in that, if you want to be around, we'll stay in contact. That's no problem. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Okay? But you lost concerned daddy privileges about 5 or 6 years ago. You know? Like, I'll have you in my life, no problem. We'll have fun. We'll do whatever, man. I'd love to see a concert. I'd do all that shit. But this is my job. Right? You don't get to judge. And you can be as concerned as you like. If you see me slipping, fine. Fine. I'll trust your word that I'm slipping. Or that I'm getting in a bit over my head. But right now, I am way above water. And you lost the privileges to come back and tell me that I'm not a long time ago.
You know, Theo, when I walked in here, I was hoping that we could patch things up. But what I'm understanding is... Listen, Theo. I don't doubt that you're good at what you do, okay? That's actually what I'm worried about. Because we were good at what we did too, and we were too good. And when you're too good, that means people need you and they want to use you. And we let people use us. People, powerful people, that could stomp you like you're an ant. And I'm afraid that you're going to put yourself in a position where you can't get out without losing your life. And if you're really good at what you do, then you're going to get there faster than you could ever believe. And you
Let me
can't
ask you a question.
listen. No, let me tell you something, Theo. You can't tell me that I've lost my concerned dad privileges. Have I been a good dad? Fuck no. Been a shit dad, all right? I've been a terrible father to you. I don't even know how to be a good father, all right? I understand that. And you don't have to listen to me. I get it, son. Listen, you don't have to listen.
John, your kid's not in the room, right?
No. He's like, no, you're not, Dad. No, you're not.
No, listen to me, son. Okay. Sorry, carry on. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I thought this was a WWE like talk. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something, sucker.
I just want you to stay alive for the next 10 years, you know? That's it. 20 years, 30 years. But Night City is the kind of place that buries mercs. It doesn't uplift them. The system hasn't been built for you to get to some amazing place. I'm worried about you,
Okay,
son.
I get that. All right, that's fine. But here's the thing, and I'm not backing down from this. I'm going to be a merc. This is what I do. But here's the thing. Some fatherly advice. If you were me and you were going to remain being a merc with your team, what would you do right now? And I'll take it on to consider it I'm taking this very seriously. What would you do right now? If being a merc was the only way you could earn, only way you could put money, food on the table, or be anything, what would you do?
Man, I haven't thought about that in years. I don't know what to tell you, Theo. I don't have the answers. If I did, I wouldn't be in the position that I am with a bunch of dead friends and, you know, my son hates me.
I don't hate you. I don't hate you. It's complicated. All right. But I only being in Night City and seeing how much I've nearly lost friends or friends that I have lost, girlfriends, whatever. There's been loads of those, by the way. I'll regale you at some point. But the amount of these people that I've lost over the years has just told me that hating somebody like you, who's literally my dad, is not worth it. It's not worth it. And oh, by the way, do you ever speak to Kim? Do you know where she is?
No idea.
Okay. Well, if I can get some information, do you want me to send it to you?
Sure, but I don't think she wants to talk to me.
You didn't think I wanted to talk to you either. That's why you never bothered and you never tried.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, we're at an impasse. Right? I'm going to continue being a merc. I can't believe you seriously thought you'd come in here and say, "Hey, Theo, maybe you shouldn't try being a badass mercenary with, like, you know, everything at your fingertips. Maybe just go live in the gutter or go and be a clerk down at Denny's or something." You know, I don't know what you want me to do, Dad. Like,
I thought, listen, Theo, I thought I was going to walk in here and you were doing some small time stuff, making some money, you know, with your crew and just getting along. But if you're working with the bozos and the maelstrom and Rogue is telling me to ask you about that, then she's also concerned. You know, her and I, we don't have a good relationship. The only reason she told me where you are is because she's also concerned. So, and if
and do you know what? Do you want to know the truth? I'm concerned as well. That's why. Again, we may as well have this meeting now. Like Dad can be here for it. Like, you guys, I do not want to work with Fuji-san anymore. I'm done. Like, I'm absolutely done.
Wait, hold on. You're working with Fuji-san as well, so you're working with a major corp?
Yeah.
So you're working with the bozos, Maelstrom, Fuji-san. What else are you doing? You know, are you pushing drugs on the street or something? You some kind of drug kingpin? You're a hitman? You doing wire fraud? What else is going on?
No, we pay our taxes.
I really want to say something, but I'm not going to.
I'm gonna kick the door behind me so it closes on the clinic, so there's no blue lace coming out of there. No.
That's not what I was thinking about.
There's not like an emergent AI being uploaded to an automaton.
No,
nothing like that. Nothing.
No, nothing like that. No, so I just say, listen. Again, I think we burn this place. We set up somewhere else. Doesn't need to be in Night City. Anywhere. We got the money. We got the scratch. We can go anywhere. Set up again, right? Get nice, dependable work. Or we could stay in the city, take our chances. But I'm putting it to a vote. Like, this isn't. I look at Kerry like I may take your second name, but I don't lead this crew. Like, we're together in this. All right. So we will vote. Slinker's not present, but she can give me the electronic nod if she wants to. What do you guys think? Like, Doc, I know you're the one who's more concerned with how things are going, like me. What do you think?
Well, I don't want to work anymore with Fuji-san. I didn't want to work with them in the beginning. But we took a job, and the job is still half complete. We still need to send the bozos and the maelstrom to whatever chaos they want to cause. And once that's done, then the job is complete.
Tube, I can do that through a holo. Like, I don't need to do that in face-to-face. I can just call them, say, go.
That's fine, but once that's done, then we can officially say we're done. But
you don't say you're done to a corp. You cut and run.
I thought how our gig was just to get them to parley. They never told us what sort of ensuing madness they were.
Carrie's just face palming. He's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Slink's
also
literally
gotta,
just thumbs upping the camera because she's just.
I'm down an assistant, so I need a new assistant because we're gonna get the product out.
Don't
some...
talk about the product in front of.
You looking for any part-time work, Carrie?
Oh God.
No, I'm busy at the moment. I have a tour, but Theo, listen, okay. You asked me if I have any advice, all right? I do have one piece of advice. It looks like you're in deeper than I could have ever even imagined, okay? My major piece of advice to you is don't do what we did. There was resentment between our crew. There was dissent among us. We all went rogue, no pun intended. We all had our own agendas. I'm talking from Thompson to me to everybody. Spider. All of us had our own agendas, something that we wanted to do in Night City. Something we wanted to do for our own legacy, our own selfish desires. And our enemies used that against us. Whether they intended to or not, our own division sowed our own defeat.
I will take that on board. And I look at him seriously like, okay, no, I'm listening. Next is, I want him to know that this is the first time he's made sense since he's walked in. Like, this is what I wanted. I'll say this to him as well. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted some honest advice. I didn't need judgment. Didn't need, right? I didn't need worry. You're a parent. It's your job to be worried. All right. Like, I could be an XBD star right now, right? You know, with girlfriends going down the block. You'd still be worried. You're a parent. I needed advice, fatherly advice. Thank you. All right. I will absolutely take that on board and remember what you said. Oh, by the way, do you want to speak to Aunt Nance? Like, I've got her on the holo. Do you want to talk to her?
I'm not in any. I have no desire to talk to anybody, right? I need to think about everything that's happening to you, son. It's
all right.
Let me ask you something. Working with Fuji-san, so it sounds like they wanted you to get the bozos and the maelstrom together, right? That's what and you guys did it for them, right?
Yeah.
And did they tell you why?
Chaos.
They wanted to sow chaos.
Sow chaos.
To what end?
I got the distinct impression that chaos is a ladder, and they were going to use it to advance themselves in Night City.
So you're talking about a lot of innocent people dying, huh?
This is Night City. There are no innocent people, Dad. This is where we are.
Yeah.
Unless they go after a school or something, which I heavily doubt they will.
Yeah, that's what Johnny said when he nuked the towers.
Yeah.
And he got all his fans killed. All right.
All right. Well, it's spilt milk now, Dad. It's done. Like it was us or do the job. It was we die or we do the job. We chose to do the job. So.
Yeah, we did the right thing. So
Well, I
time.
hope it was worth it, Theo, and I hope that you find whatever you need in this journey of yours. And like I said, I want us to have a better relationship. And if you need to cut and run and you want to get out of Night City, call me. I have some kind of pull in Night City still, you know. Rogue does owe me one major favor, and I haven't cashed in on it yet.
I'll keep that in mind. Hey, if you ever need a road agent or something to knock a few heads together on tour, you give me a call. I may be on downtime.
All right, I don't know
Yeah.
what. Do we hug or shake hands?
I just hold out my hand. I'd shake his hand.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know what to do here. And he shakes your hand kind of awkwardly, and then he looks at you, Darby, and just kind of like nods his head, and then he looks at you, Doc, and he says, "Hey, you, Doc, make sure you look out
Yes,
for him, all right?"
Always do, sir.
So embarrassing.
Darby was like halfway going for the hug because he said a hug, but yeah, okay, he'll do the nod back instead.
Yeah, awkwardly, he's like, no hug. He doesn't know what to do with feelings.
Okay.
And he's going to slowly
Like, does the
walk
thumbs
out.
up to the camera.
And then
Okay.
while he's at the door, he turns around and he says, "By the way, there's some kind of smell in here. I don't know what it is. It's just like an odd smell. Might want to take care of that."
Boy,
Dobby, Dobby.
okay. No, that's me.
Yeah, he's had one too many chilies. Sorry about that.
So as you guys, he leaves, you know, it's a revolving door of friends and family coming in.
Hello.
Jones!
Yo, here he is.
By the way,
Here he is.
was that
Hey, he's a
that guy
happy-
back? That guy that came out there, was that Carrie Uridine? He looked like Carrie Uridine out there.
Yeah, it's Dad. He wanted to just see how I was. Family visit, you know.
Yeah, in walks in heavy set with a few upgrades, fully recovered from almost dying.
Yeah.
My meat shield.
He is absolutely decked out with a linear frame, courtesy
You know,
of the bozos.
Heavy set, I have to say, I think our mutual relationship was working out very well for you when I wrap him on the metal peck. Ding, ding. Look at this shit. It's
You like
awesome,
it?
man.
Yeah, you like the new digs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never seen you so happy.
Oh, Choom, I've never been so happy. Are you kidding me? I feel like a god. The bozos
wanna,
really came through with that tech.
You wanna shoot up or something, or you here on business?
I'm here on both. We need some more blue lace. It's all gone, Choom. Everybody loves it.
I'll just page Doc saying bring out the shit. If you got any, bring it out. Let's do it.
Do I have any ready, GM?
Yeah, you still have that half of he only bought half of your supplies, so that other half is
yeah.
still there.
And rolls out the other half.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Heavy.
You want all of it?
Right,
All of
mate?
it, Choom, all of it. And I got the Eddies right here. And he opens a compartment in his arm, and there's like stacks of Eddies, like in a hidden compartment in his entire arm, which is leading you to, you know, can I get a cyber tech roll from you, Darby?
I just have to remember, like, Kerry just walked past, like, Heavy Set, who's, like, 8 foot tall, and he's like...
19.
I'm here to see
Like a
Theo.
space marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a 19, you're looking him up and down, and you're trying to figure out where his flesh begins and where the cyberware ends. And it's like, guy's like completely made of metal almost. He's almost full Borg conversion.
Wow, man. Are you? You're
How is
gonna
he
go
not Cyber Psycho right now?
Cyber? Yeah, you're not going to go Cyber Psycho anytime soon, are you?
What are you talking about, Choom? This right here, and he points to his head. This is bulletproof. All right, you saw me. I survive anything, Sarge.
Yeah, it's your mental faculties I'm worried about at the moment with that much chrome.
Nah, you don't have to worry about that. The South Am is lit up. Congas are everywhere, but we're gonna take them out. It's all good.
Oh, shit. Thinks he's in the fucking corpo war. Oh my god. Oh my
Okay.
God.
I just pat him on the back and like slowly
Ah,
walk away
shit.
from him. Good seeing you
I
then. Yeah,
I just give Doc some serious side eye, like, okay, all right, well, pleasure doing business, and I guess we squirrel away the eddies. So
Yeah.
what else can we do for him, man?
He says,
Looks
huh?
like Adam's smasher now.
He goes, huh? Oh yeah, the blue lace. You know, sometimes I get a little foggy, man. A little.
Uh-huh.
The doc said it was the meds from you know, the bozo encounter, but I'll be just fine. Yeah, I'm gonna take this blue lace and listen. My boys are itching for a fight. Okay, so if you got something coming up, please let me know. We gotta move. You know what I mean? These boys are getting a little antsy. There's some infighting. I had to take care of it. Smash a couple heads. Put some in the grinder. But we're back on regular default mode right now. But you know, a little bit more of that. There won't be any more maelstrom to take care of. I will have. I will say one thing though. By the way, I might have had a few boys under my wing. I got a lot more now. A lot more.
Oh, sweet,
Nice.
sweet. I'm just thinking. I don't want to make like a decision above everything else, but when we hear from the corpo rats who are working with us, where we want you to send you guys, I'll be in touch. But I'm gonna be honest. How would you feel about smacking the corpo itself?
I mean, that's a tune that I love to whistle, Choom, all right? If I'm smashing corpos, it's a good day, all right? They're nothing. They don't understand us street boys. And we'll take them over. We'll take that machine gun nest off the hill. But you got, you know, 2 grenades on the side moving from the right flank. We can... Sorry, Choom, what were we talking about? Sorry, I lost my train of thought there.
That's fine. It's fine. Yeah. No, I just I'm getting a bit sick of working for this corporation. So I think if you are happy to take what they have, you know, their tech, their gear, their eddies, maybe we could use you to maybe break free of this little entanglement we got ourselves in with Fuji-san. What do you say?
I love it, Choom. I'm not worried about eddies. The Blue Lace Plus that we've been moving has been making us some good money. So you just keep that going, and we'll be good. And give us some heads to smash, we'll be even better. If they're corpos, then we're golden, Choom.
I'm going to work on a scoreboard for you and the bozos on how many corpo heads you can rip off. I think that's what we're going to be doing near the time. But yeah. Is there anything you needed from us? Like, I know you said you had 2 bits of business you wanted to talk about.
GM.
Yeah.
Sorry, there. Just a quick thing. Can I do a pharmaceutical check just to try to see what's going on with Heavyset? Obviously, he's probably cyber psycho, and if so, if there's something I can give him just to take the edge off, just to bring him closer to reality.
There are those inhalers, right? You can get these.
Yeah, do a
endotrizine, pseudoendotrizine. Yeah.
Yeah, do a pharmaceutical check, and you can do some kind of medical check as well. 2 different ones.
A paramedic.
Yeah.
So I can do a paramedic. So the paramedic is 21.
Okay. Then the pharmaceutical.
The pharmaceuticals. There it is.
The one.
I knew it was waiting for me. The -1.
Can I can see he's struggling. Can I try and help him out, like point things out? I know.
You don't have pharmaceuticals.
Unfortunately, not when it comes to pharmaceuticals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I partake more than do anything like that.
Yeah, Thea's just there pointing like, see, he's like grinning way more than he should be. It must be something wrong, and he keeps talking about Nam. So I think there's something here, Doc.
I mean,
I know. The paramedic was 21, so
Yeah.
that's at least
Yeah.
good.
So
I know Pseudo exists. I mean, we can give him some if he's.
So yeah, with the paramedic, you're just trying to figure out like what did Heavyset go through, and it's you're familiar with the process. You know, this is 2087. There's new technology. There's like a paste that could put your bones together. There's hyperbaric chambers that they can put you in, and as long as you know you have the eddies, they'll bring you back, you know, and piece you back together. So the only meds that you really need when you're coming off of healing something like that are just like pain meds or anti-inflammatory meds, stuff like that. Just like generic stuff, like Vicodin, Oxycontin, stuff like that. But there aren't any like neurological meds that you need for anything like that. You have heard of experimental neurological inhibitors that have been used to curb cyberpsychosis, but you're not sure what the signs are of someone taking them or needing them. You don't know why they would need them, or how someone would determine that diagnosis, but you have heard something like that before.
What does sedatives do to someone who's psychotic? Does that take the edge off, maybe?
It just calms them down, but it could make it worse because then they go deeper into the psychosis now that they're relaxed.
Frustrated.
Yeah. So the psychosis, it's still unknown how it happens. It is psychosomatic, like it's something that you bring on yourself. It's not like, it's something that happens to you psychologically. So there is no real like cut and dry kind of diagnosis for it.
But from a medical standpoint, how long does Doc think he has?
I mean, just the sniff test is not good. The sniff test is like you're looking at him, the guy's made of metal. He's talking about things that don't make sense. He's like disassociating 1 second, coming back the other second. He's smiling a lot. You know what I mean?
He's happy.
You haven't seen a cyber psycho exactly behave this way, but you have seen cyber psychos just like, not have their faculties, basically don't know where they are, what's going on, and then they're transported to another place in their mind, and then they come back. That's consistent with what's going on with Heavyset.
I flick Doc a message saying, "Do you have any pseudo? We could just stick him with some pseudo. Maybe give him some. Like, it might.
I don't know, do I? Will it help?"
Well, why don't you roll me a luck? Roll me 1d10, and if it's under your luck stat, then you luckily have some in your person somewhere.
Yes. So if it's under my luck, so low is good this time.
Low is
right?
good, yeah.
I rolled another one. There we go. He's
There you
back,
go.
baby.
Yeah.
I was worried last session there wasn't a lot of ones coming.
Yeah,
Here
so
they come.
like,
you have a bottle of those neural inhibitors, basically.
yeah. And whether he wants to take them or not is another thing entirely. But like,
Ivy, let me just give you a little something to take the edge off a little. Just
What is this shit, Choom? He looks at the bottle, shakes it. What is this? Is this blue lace pills? What is this stuff?
no, this is something that I think you need doctor's orders, if you don't mind.
I don't know, Choom. Roll me a persuasion. With a +1 since you are a doc.
I'm gonna come in there as well and say, "Hey, dude, like, cheers. Like, you need."
Well, it
need
wasn't
to,
a one.
I don't
It was a
know.
two.
I like natural. I don't know, Choom. I don't know about this.
That's the one.
Can I try
Where's my
and-
persuasion?
You can roll a persuasion as well to give him a +1. As an
Plus
assistant.
18.
18, yep. So the +1's there. And so what do you got total there, Doc?
10.
10 total?
Yeah.
I don't know, Doc. I'll hold on to it, but no promises. And he just like stuffs it in a subdermal pocket, like another part of his cyberware opens up, and he just puts it in there, like RoboCop.
If you wanna clear ahead for the fight ahead, my friend, you need to be popping them pills.
Come on,
Alrighty.
Choom. I'm bulletproof. I told you nothing can bring me down. Are you kidding me? I'm a god in these streets.
Hey, I know you're a god, but I'm a mortal man, and as a mortal man and your friend, I'm concerned for you. So it would really make me feel better if you took them. That's just do it for me. Don't do it for you. You don't need them. Just put my mind at ease, so I know you're going to be all right.
He walks up close to you, Theo, and he says, "What are you suggesting, Choom? That I'm going a little crazy?"
Not really. It's more like a guy with that much chrome Like, come on, dude. Like, we need to make sure that you're okay. You know you're okay, but I'm concerned for you. Maybe you should just take.
You need to keep your vehicle oiled. It's taking care of your vehicle. See it that way.
General maintenance, dude. You're not going to stand out there in the rain and get rusty. You know what I mean?
The rain. It's raining. The rain is in the jungle. It's just. The rain is falling from the canopy, Choom.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, maybe we should,
That's why you need to take your medicine, Choom.
What? Oh. The medicine. Yeah, look, no promises, Doc. I'll hold on. Like I said, I'll hold on to it. I'll take it with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, well, listen, if I feel a little weird, I'll take a pill or two, okay? How about that?
Okay.
That makes me feel so much better, Heavyset. Thank you.
All right, Tunes. Well, listen, I'm going to take my goods, and if you see any corpo heads that need to be smashed, know that the Maelstrom have your back.
Oh, we will be in touch. Don't you worry, my friend. You have a good day.
Likewise. Walks out.
All right, fuck.
Sorry,
guys.
Says, he doesn't have long.
Yeah. We might need to make a move on the on Fuji-san.
Yeah.
What do you mean making a move on Fuji-san now?
Well, do you want to hear my plan
we were just
first?
Gonna cut. You didn't tell us anything, and now suddenly you're talking about making a move on a corp.
Hear my plan. All right. So, if we're getting out of here, like, let's get paid by Fuji-san, right? Okay. We'll get the information of where they want the bozos and the Maelstrom to be.
Yeah.
Right. We get paid.
Yeah.
Then we send the bozos and Fuji-san against. We send the bozos and the Maelstrom against Fuji-san. We burn this place and we leave in the chaos. We get out.
Oh my god.
But that's gonna put a bad name on our rear. It's just gonna
no.
say if you
they couldn't handle
on a contract with us.
No,
we're gonna turn on you.
We got paid to finish our contract, right? All right, and all it's going to be seen is they couldn't handle the bozos and Maelstrom when we turned them over to them. That's all it is. We did our part. We succeeded. Dude,
you don't think they
heard? Go on.
Want to do investigation and find out that from the bozos or Maelstrom that we put them up to it? Like,
this is a bad idea.
This is a call.
They will know we put them
not
up
only
to it.
they're going to be pissed off with us absconding from the premises, burning the place down, but then
we're never going to have a job again.
No, I don't think it'll be. We're never going to job again. Have you heard what they're saying about us in the afterlife, man? Like, we are literally red Nova heart right now.
It's true.
All right.
The whole reason we went through with the Bozo Maelstrom parlay route was so that we could have a cut and dry exit to some extent. And now we're just going to inflame it again by doing all of this.
You think we're going to get a cut and dry exit? Like, you think that's what's going to happen? They're going to say, okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, here's the money. Off you go. No, we're going to be on
it's going to be... Theo's lost it. He's going Sabo.
Give him some inhibitors. Obviously, it's not going to be clean, but it's as clean as it can be. We haven't signed a contract with Fuji-san yet. We're going to vacate the premises. Yes, you want to burn a place down. That remains to be seen whether that's a good idea. But what I'm thinking is we can leave. We've done the gig for them. We've done what we said, and we find new digs somewhere. And they're not going to be happy with it, but they're going to be damn sight a lot more happier than if we try and cross them.
Do you know why I'm doing this? It's because they're not going to let us leave.
Well, then we do it. Then at least we have some reason to. But if we out of nowhere just attack them,
all we're doing is we're giving them the initiative, saying, yeah, screw us over first, then we'll try and enact our plan to have them turn on you. We need to set up beforehand, ready to go, ready to be triggered.
You're forgetting about public perception. We need to from potential clients.
Carrier's right.
But what is a fixer gonna fix?
I don't want to work for corps. I want to work for fixers.
Slink's gonna send over a ping, just kind of like to get everyone's attention before she chimes in. It's like, look, I think we've got the bozos and we got the Maelstrom on our side, not their side, right? We still gotta set them to do whatever chaos they want, but if we let them know, if we let the bozos and them know that we're walking away, then
They'll turn it
then it's
anyway.
Well, if the corporal comes after us, we can promise at least that they'll at least cause chaos in the direction that they don't want.
We're the ones holding the leash. Okay?
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's where you are right, Theo. Put the wheels in motion, test the allegiances of the Maelstrom. But I don't think we press the red button until we know what Fuji-san's going to say.
My point is, the gangs have said they'll work with us. Okay, the minute we leave, Fuji-san lose their gangs. They're never going to let us leave. We need to strike first. This is not a if or but. They're never going to let us leave, because if we leave, they lose their gangs, and they want the gangs. So we were staying
with
them.
Yeah.
At least then we have a good reason to say, well, this is why we attacked. You can't shoot someone in the head and then tell the cops, well, they were going to kill me.
You live in Night City. Of course you can. That's the whole point of owning a gun.
Slink, I am detecting elevated heart rates in the other room. Is everything okay?
I'm gonna kind of mute the phone to like my side of the connection, and just tell Aura. Can you keep tabs on? I know you've got some just general feelers out. Keep tabs on what the Fuji-san's up to as best you can.
I will do a library search of public records immediately.
Just we want to make sure that we have that we have as much information as possible with what we're doing.
Doc is going to slump in the chair and start pouring himself a whiskey and
how about this?
Shake his head and start drinking.
How about this? Okay, we set things in motion for the bozos and the Maelstrom to turn on Fuji-san, so they know what our intentions are. Right? We set that up. We hand them over to Fuji-san and say, "Yeah, where do you want them to send? It's now or never. We can't keep in control of them anymore. Let's do it." Right? When that happens, I'm telling you now, they're never going to let us leave. And I don't understand where this comes from, where people are saying, well, your reputation is going to be soiled. With who? With Corps, we don't want to work for anyway.
Do you think fixers are going to be happy to know that our last contract...
Fixers are the ones robbing the Corps. Yes.
Yeah, but they have no guarantee that it's... They might be happy that it happened to a Corp, but they're going to have no guarantee that it's not going to happen to them.
I still think so either we keep our reputation and die. This is what's happening. We keep our reputation and die. Dude, I'm serious. Like if they're never going to let us go, because if they lose us, they lose the gangs. That's it. It's done. We are now owned by Fuji-san. This is why I didn't. This is why I came to. This is why I came in the first place to say we shouldn't be doing this. Like we when I spoke to Rogue, he tried to dissuade me from doing it, and I came to you guys to say, let's not go to the bozo, let's call it off, let's leave. And you all wanted to do it. And I said at the time...
You wanted to do it! You're the guy when the contract was on the table. No. When the contract was on the table, you were the guy that said, hey, we need to do this, convincing us we need to sort it. Then halfway through, you get cold feet because you had a heart-to-heart with some famous mercenary your dad knows. And then suddenly you're trying to talk us out of it. We're the ones that stuck with the job and made sure that it got done.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. At the time, I said it last time, working for Fuji-san Corp was the right thing to do. At the time. To make more money, to get a foot in the door. Now we don't need them. Now the tactical decision is to walk away and make sure they can't follow you. So they'll be too busy dealing with the Maelstrom and the bozos to worry where the hell we are. That's my point. We can't, even with no smoke screen, even if we somehow managed to sneak away and they got what they wanted, do you know what Fujisan have then? 2 united gangs they can send after us. You know,
Well,
I'd
that's what
rather
they
take
think
away
they
their
have.
toys.
That's what they think they have, but I think
Yeah,
I do
the gangs
think
won't come for us.
I do think for that we need to be prepared to cut and run. I do think we need to set ourselves up
I agree
with
with
an
that.
Our
exit strategy. And I want to, I don't want to wait and see what they're going to do to be ready to cut and run. I don't, like the gangs aren't going to move against us on behalf of Fujisan. That's just not who they are.
No.
So I think we definitely get ready to cut and run, and but I don't think we make any noticeable moves until we're ready for that.
How about this, right? I tell Fujisan we're ready to go. Right, we got him, we're fine, we're ready to go. I've already texted them saying it's done, but I need them to tell me. I will tell them, listen, things are getting out of control here. These are the bozos and maelstrom you're talking about. You can't keep them on the leash forever. We need to do this now. Okay? If we sniff a rat, we get Slink or Aura to find out where the offices and holdings of Fujisan are in Night City. If we sniff a rat, we start the operation, we send the bozos and the maelstrom to those places, kick them in the balls, blow this place and run. If we think they're above board, we do what they say and we still run. How's that? If we think somehow they're not going to turn on us and try and keep us around on retainer forever, if somehow we think that's not going to happen, then we can give them the gangs, send them exactly where Fujisan want them to be, and then just skulk away into the night. We'll try.
I think we weren't originally going. We were all hesitating about signing the contract before.
Yeah, I think
But
we
we
were all
but
going
we
to
were doing a one-time.
Yeah,
We were doing a one-time job, and that's
We
still
needed
where
money.
we stand.
our end of
needed
the
the money.
bargain.
We needed the money.
Yeah.
We got the money. Now we can leave. We needed the money to set the Blue Ace. Now we can leave.
I understand your concern, Theo, that they might not be willing to let us go. But as far as objectively, we've had a contract from them. We've used their digs for a month and a bit.
Well, we don't
And
have a physical
we've come-
contract. That's the thing, is we never signed a physical contract on
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
was verbal
As a street contract or whatever, we've done the gig. Yes, we've used the digs. Everything's all above board kosher. If they want us to start fucking us about, that's when we can do all of these plans in motion. But as far as I can see, objectively, there's nothing anywhere that said that we were on their leash. Yes, they might think that, or that might come to it, but as of right now, we can end things in an amicable way. But as soon as we push that red button, we do not want to have a target on our back from a corporation like Fujisan. Like, I think even
Yeah. As long as
I
they're
just
above
think- I
board,
think-
we'll stay above board.
that
I'll go with the wishes of the group. Right? Okay, we'll go through with it. But I'm telling you now, this is the wrong call.
no, I'm saying we
know-
should put the wheels in motion, test allegiances,
Yeah.
and we can do that button if it comes to it. But why not see what happens before we push that button?
Okay, well that's fine.
We have the cards. Why are we playing and showing our hand when we already have the cards? Wait until they make a mistake.
So I will just to draw a line under this. So I'm guessing outside of role playing, we're going with setting up, telling the Maelstrom and Bozos that we might be going after the core, but hang with us, right?
Yeah, if things get hairy, we might,
Yeah.
we might set everything aflame. But for now,
And
we're
telling
keeping-
Fujisan we're good to go, and then gauging their reaction. Because I'm going to go to Fujisan, I'm going to ask them to pay us, because we've done our bit. I'll say, yeah, we will send them to where you want them to go once you've paid us, and you tell me, if you could tell me as Fujisan, we're no longer working together, you've done your bit, thank you, there's your money, right? Then I'll send them to where you need them to go. That's what I'll say. And the minute they hesitate, I'm flipping, going, okay, you don't need to pay us, it's fine, and I'm sending them against Fujisan, and we're blowing this gaff and we're going. Because it just proves me right if that happens. How's that?
Well, I would say that when you're talking with them, don't go, oh well, it's fine, you don't need to pay us. I would say
No.
like,
I'll fight for a paycheck because that, Merc would want his paycheck. Of course.
well, yeah. You don't
Yeah.
want them to no, we're cutting it. It's like, well,
Yeah,
of course.
if they're hesitant, like, more of a, okay, well, this doesn't happen until you pay us, and
Okay.
then we move on our own.
I
end.
will call. What is his name? Kenji? It's not Kenji. Is it Kenji?
No,
Hashi.
with an A, doesn't it?
Hashi Gonzalez. Yeah, I'm gonna call Hashi Gonzalez on my agent. I'm gonna
Sure.
sit down
Before,
after
while you guys were talking, Aura spit back some articles that she found, and there's a lot of articles. I mean, there's so many things going on with Fujisan publicly. Like she said, she's looking through public archives. This is not she's not in any systems. You know what I mean? And publicly, they've criticized the NCPD, saying that they don't do a good job taking care of the streets and public assets, and that they're willing to put their hat in the ring with their own private security forces. Of course, the Night City Council said, that's overstepping. We can't do that. They've also criticized the infrastructure within Night City. Streets are broken. Things are not the way that they're supposed to be. And they've said that they can take care of it.
They're trying to take over the government.
Probably. Yeah, they're saying that. They're also saying that the Night City economy. They've been criticizing how basically taxes have been divvied around, and that a supply chain reset can be taken into effect, and they can help with that. They've also been saying that Petrochem is to blame. They've been leaking false data about Fujisan for years, that they've been funding gang violence, which is unfounded, completely unfounded.
Completely unfounded. How dare they make such accusations?
They're saying actually that Petrochem is to blame for a major leak that happened outside of the Night City harbor, and they still haven't, paid up for that. They haven't paid the reparations, and that Sovoil is working with gangs such as the Tiger Claws and the Metal Vultures and even the Bozos to try to get some control within the city and spin up some so their assets can be used instead of any of the other corporations. And there's also a article about how Fujisan leadership is split on exactly what to do with Night City and how to lead the corp into what direction. Some want to keep it more traditional and keep it economical. Others want to branch out into more military assets or drugs. So there's a full gambit of things that Fujisan is going through. It's unclear what is true and what is not. There's not much evidence. It's a lot of he said, she said.
Is there any of these sort of appearances or talks or public statements? Would there be a way for Aura and Sling to gauge what side Hashi's on?
That it's an enigma, man. I mean, Hashi, you guys worked with Hashi. The street contract, the shaking of the hand, is highly irregular.
Yeah, but he hasn't been at any of the announcements specific to stating oh, this should be, the public stuff is not the police isn't working. He hasn't been seen with the people making those particular statements, kind of thing.
He hasn't publicly stated any of these things, but if and there's no public record of him being at any of these events or any of these press conferences. So he's very much, under the radar. Hashi is.
Okay.
I think it's quite clear by him giving us this gig that he's more military minded or militant or whatever you want to call it.
Oh yeah.
So
he's also going to fuck us and kill us at the first opportunity, but
that's pretty standard though.
Knock knock.
Not in a good way.
here he is.
Oh, he's here. Yeah. Okay.
Jooms.
Someone say that.
Is the clinic open?
It is for you, my friend. Would you like a drink?
Sure, I'll take a drink.
I'll pour him a tequila. The bottle's out already.
Darby nods from the sitting at the table.
Give me a human perception, guys, as he's walking in, because he's alone. He didn't come with any muscle.
14 plus. That's a 1. So no, nothing from me.
Oof.
I've got to roll again, haven't
Darby's had a little too much sauce.
I? A 1 followed by a 2.
So yeah, Theo, you're kind of caught by surprise. You did
17 overall.
You know, you were talking about him, and then boom, he just appears, just like through the doorway. You know. Darby.
15.
Yeah, same thing. You guys kind of just got caught by surprise. You're not really can't get a beat on him, like why he's here, why he didn't just call, but he came in person.
Can I'm not in the room, but I am connected through the call. Would I be able to also make that check?
Yeah, looking through the cameras, but you're gonna get a -1 modifier.
That's fine. My human perception isn't great anyways, but you never know. It's a 7 total.
You know, Slink, you've been saying like,
It
you
is
got,
a
like
9.
thumbs up at the video call or whatever. Nobody here would be able to see you doing these.
No.
I didn't. I fully understood that.
Oh,
She's
right,
still doing it. Nobody's looking, but everyone, like when you guys were talking with Theo's dad, like every once in a while, it's just like a thumbs up, like because she's focused on the progress of transferring aura. It was just completely out of it until we started talking like serious stuff. This is like finally paying attention.
So with I sit back and I try and mask my surprise.
Yes. Doc, what did you roll?
I rolled another 2. Total 11. My
Okay.
perception is good when I'm not drinking.
Gotcha. Yeah. So unfortunately, you guys are caught by surprise. He expertly just walked in on you guys right here.
I'd say.
So he didn't actually knock on the door. He just appeared and said, "Knock, knock."
Yeah.
After
it's his building.
all the years saying, oh.
So it's his building. So I'm gonna say, I was about to call you. Just the man I wanted to see.
Oh no, please, Theo. You're the man I wanted to see. All of you. I just want to let you all know that we're thoroughly impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed with what you got done. But if I can be honest with you, I saw something in you, and I told you that you could get this done, and I wasn't wrong, was I?
You very rarely are.
I appreciate that compliment. Well, just to let you know, and he pulls out his agent and he presses a button. Money's been wired. You should all be a little richer than you were yesterday. 2,500 is what I was able to get out of it, talking to my higher-ups. You know, they didn't think that you could get it done, and they were really upset about me not having you sign a contract. Very upset about that. But of course, they're short-minded.
Is that 2,500 each, GM, or is that 2,500?
That is, yeah, 2,500 each.
And how much did we get for the blue lace? We'll part it 4 ways.
Oh, that's like, I think it's the same amount as you got. What was it last time? 30 grand, 40 grand, something like that?
I think it was
40
30.
grand.
40 grand. Oh, yeah, it was 40 because I got 41,
Yeah. So
I thought we agreed that Slink and Darby weren't getting a cut of that until we.
No, with the first one, you weren't getting a cut. The
we
second
didn't
one.
get a cut off.
but there's a second cut. Yeah, I mean, if they still don't want a cut of the second one,
If you refuse,
No, I mean free money. I'll take it. I gave you both an out, but yeah, I'll take free money.
So yeah, so
We're involved at this point.
so comparatively, you know, Fuji-san's giving you chump change compared to what you guys are making
Yes.
with Blue Lace.
It's 2,500.
So what was the combined total that we need to add to our tally?
So 2,500 plus 10,000, so 12, yeah,
500.
12,500.
I can afford a car now.
We're at 54,260.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not impressed by this. The money, I will say that. So I think I'm leaning towards burning this guy's fucking entire life.
Yeah,
It was
he's
a lot more impressive 3 sessions ago, guys.
How's that? Burning it down looking now, fellas?
Hashi is going to do a human perception to look at you guys because he just gave you a bonus. And
Yeah, we're not
he
impressed.
Because it was $2 grand a person each.
Yeah.
Before.
I'm trying to mask it, but I'm not impressed.
I'm sorry. I don't know if it's just me, Chooms, but it looks to me like you are not impressed with the bonus that I was able to get for you guys.
It does seem you have to. Okay, you have to
It's
forgive
a
us.
little bit light for
what we
considering
did.
we're the only people ever to have got bozos to actually do anything of any sort of sensible.
We did something unprecedented
yeah.
that no merc in the city could have done. You got A1 service from A1 mercs, and this is like when we first started in this game, relatively, okay, it was only like a year ago, we were getting paid this amount of money, yes, around 2,500 eddies per job. This is what we've just done for you is bringing down the Crystal Palace kind of stuff, and I'm willing to take the 2,500 and stay in your good graces. That'd be fine.
My goodness.
But I'd like to just put it on record that it is light for what we did.
I will say Slink is actually like any amount of money is good money. Like that's kind of Slink's mindset on it. So there's no like sort of smugness like, oh, it's only that. No. So with Slink, it's yes, more money, please, thank you. I will take 50 more eddies any day.
My goodness,
Darby's
my
got
goodness.
that reaction more just to cover up the perception that he got. He just want him to realise that we've got more money than what they're giving us.
Hashi looks to you guys and he says, wow, you all really think you did something, didn't you, huh? You really think you did something real amazing, right? Let me ask you something, Chooms. And I don't mean this disrespectfully. I just have to bring it back down to planet Earth for all of us. What have you really done? What have you really done? What is it that you have accomplished here? You got some gang members to give you their word that they'll work with you? And what is that? What value can you put on that, really? Tell me.
The value you make of it.
I'm guessing we're going to find out whenever you.
We're gonna find out. So really, you've done nothing at all, Choom.
Mm-hmm.
You've done nothing yet. No action has been taken. I'm not saying. Listen to me. I'm not here to disparage what you've done. Okay. But I just want you to know that you've taken the first step into doing something great. But you haven't done it yet, Choom. Granted, listen. Has anybody else gotten the bozos and the maelstrom to work together? Nope. But neither have you, Choom. They haven't done it yet. They said they would, but they haven't done it yet.
I accept that.
Let's keep this friendly, Choom, okay? Alright, I believed in all of you guys, alright? I believed in you. I put my ass on the line, okay? I got chewed out, but who cares? You know, that's how corporations work. I know how they work too, okay? I know you want to look at me in my suit and think I'm just a big part of Fuji-san. I'm just a guy like you, trying to figure it out, okay? And I know how to navigate these waters.
I'm going to try and play the greedy merc. Play up to that, so he doesn't see what I'm actually trying to do. So I'm going to say, listen, I absolutely agree, and I'm sure there'll be a bigger payday on its way when they do work together. So why don't we set aside all of this he said, she said unpleasantness, and we talk about when we can send the bozos and the maelstrom to do what you want to do, where and when. Because I will say this alliance is unprecedented and it will not hold for much longer. Whatever you need to do needs to happen. I hesitate to say now, but as close to now as you can manage.
Very well. So we're ready to take the next step. That's what you're saying.
I look around the room. We all happy?
Yeah, we
Let's get this over with.
Go ahead. Yeah.
If Doc's happy, I'm happy.
And the doctor must always be happy for this to work. The next step is coming. And as I said before, now that we have a little bit more leverage, we can go and we can make a better contract than what we had before. Isn't that what I said that we would do? And isn't it exactly gone exactly the way that I said it would?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Enough
said that you
tickling
could
your
not-
own balls. Let's just find out what's do you need.
We're going to have a meeting with the higher ups, okay? One of you, all of you, it doesn't matter. You're going to come with me. This is how they like to work, okay? They want to see you face to face before they make any major deals. And we're going to talk to them about the next step and figure out exactly what needs to be done. Now, I don't know exactly what went on with Maelstrom and the Bozos, but I've been hearing some things. Your name has come up. Some mercs have talked about you, saying that you've done the impossible. And I believe that you're telling me the truth when you say that you have them under your persuasion. Now we're gonna put that to the test, okay? My higher-ups are gonna give us some kind of obligation, and we need to see it through. And we need the Maelstrom and the Bozos to do exactly what we need them to do. And if you do that, then Choom, you are in for the riches of all riches. Because Fuji-san loves to give. They just love to give. How do you feel about that?
So we have to go with you to HQ and talk to some board corpos?
Oh, HQ, are you kidding me? They don't want to be seen with you types, no offense. No, we'll go somewhere else, a nondescript area, a nightclub, you know.
I think I've just the one in mind, but I'll go with whatever you want to meet. We can do that.
There's a time and place, we'll figure it out, but we all need to be on the same page here. Now listen, I know you think I work for Fuji-san, but I'm no better than you in their eyes, alright? They don't like looking down, they only like looking up. That's how corporations work. Anybody below them might as well be trash. So you and I, we're in the same place.
Yeah.
Okay, so Theo's been yeah, I'm not buying this. Yeah, we're all the same bullshit.
No,
this guy's gonna fucking murder us the first chance he gets. So I'm just gonna nod along because I want to let him know that yeah, I'm done with his brown nosing. Like I'm done. I don't need to be convinced. You want me to go? I'll say that to him. Listen, the Frowley language, the we're all in this together bullshit. It may work on the smaller mercs that you come across on the street, but not me. I'm not my people. All right. Let's just get away with all of this. Let it go. Tell us where we need to be, and we'll be there, and we'll sort it. Okay. You accept yes for an answer, Hashi-san. Is what I'm saying.
I appreciate that, and I understand your position, okay? You're not meant to trust me. I'm a corporate. You're a street guy. All of you are street guys. You didn't sign on the dotted line like I did and sell your soul to a corporation. The truth is I'm looking for a way out, whether you believe me or not. Fuji-san is just one step. The final step is somewhere else for me.
So do I hesitate to ask what that is or where it is? Like sheer curiosity?
That's yet to be determined, but opportunities arise once you have a little bit more power. That's how the streets work.
I'm going to message Slink through my internal agent saying, everything on Hashi now, if you can, get Aura on it. Everything on him. I need to know if he's legit in what he's saying. Because if he is, this is one hell of a contact to have. A corpo who wants out of his corp. Like, that is huge. If he's on the up and up.
Is it possible for us to do a human perception or something to see if there's some interior or
See if it's true is
something
what
that
you're saying.
Unfortunately, the original human perception caught you so off guard with him that you can't make heads or tails about, his demeanor.
He's a smooth operator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I leave that with this link and I say, okay, you get us a venue, you get the drinks on tab, we'll be there.
We'll keep in touch, Theo. And about pay, listen. The pay will be there. Don't worry about it. This $2,500 that I got you, this is what they were able to approve, okay? There's an approval process. And that's all I could get. Because in their eyes, you guys are scum. You're nothing to them. They don't see what I see. I see potential. I see growth. But they just see street rats. Once we show them what we can really do, and I mean what we can do, okay? Because remember, we're in this together. Once we show them what we can do, then the sky's the limit. And Fuji-san is just a baby company of Arasaka. They're not even the big thing, okay? I'm just a part of this corporation because it suits my goals. And you're working with me because it suits your goals.
Okay,
Have you
so
got anything to back up your motives? Like, as far as we're concerned, you could be just any other corpo rat trying to make his way up the ladder. Because I've heard all of this from many
he
a
is
time from
a
corpo.
corpo rat trying to make it. Yeah, you're right.
Have I given let me ask you this, have I given any of you a reason not to trust me, other than your own preconceived notions of what a corpo is? Did I not shake your hand? Did I not pay you?
Yeah, but that's what every corpo rat would do. They smile to your face and stab you in the back.
And make you
what I
sign contracts and find ways to get behind you. Have I done any of that? I bought this place for you.
No, but
You
all
haven't
I'm
paid
asking
rent.
is there any evidence of that you can provide us to show that you're on our side. You're one of us, as you put it, in that you're wanting to get out of the corpo scene.
Other than my word, what kind of evidence would I provide for that? What would I show you? A resignation letter? You want me to draft one right now? Show you that?
Well, for example, like, was it you that put up the gig to get Bozo and Maelstrom together, or was that from a higher up?
That was me. The
And
higher
can you tell us
ups,
the thought
I believe
process.
that.
the higher ups, they just want results. All right, they asked me to get something done, and I told them that this is what I was gonna do. They thought I
believe
was.
that.
They thought I was crazy,
Yeah.
but we got it done.
That
But I imagine
plan's
you've got like a
too
long-term vision to get out of this corporation. So, like, what did you envisage that union of Bozos and Maelstrom doing?
As I said, that the corporation wants them working together for some other gain. They haven't really told me the
Right.
big picture yet. They haven't told me everything. They just said we need the control of two major gangs, 3 major gangs, something.
Right. No, I understand now. I thought that you did that with the sort of idea of utilizing them to your own gain eventually, but yeah, I see now.
Eventually, they will tell me what to do with this power that we have control of now. But they haven't let me know yet. That's what this next meeting will be about. It will be about talking about terms because, let's face it, you guys have what they need.
Yeah. No, I get that. I'm on board.
Now, there's one last thing that I need to say. And this is very important. If you do decide to continue to work with Fuji-san, and this is not even me, this is not coming from me. If you do decide to continue working with Fuji-san, you have to be exclusive. From now on, you can't be working for anybody but them. Not even yourself. Whatever ventures you thought that you were going to have outside of the corporation, they're not going to allow it. You're getting too close now. At this point, you'll be a liability if you're working with any other corporation, with any other fixer, with any other... you can't even have a coffee shop because it'll be a liability for them. If that's
But
okay...
If we don't want to work, if this is the last contract, we can walk away after completing this contract. That's only if we want to continue working with them, correct?
You see his demeanor change for a second when you say walk away, and he says, "No, but of course you can always walk away."
All the evidence I need. So yeah, we're blowing it. It's burning the whole thing down. I give Doc a pointed look like, see, and then I just
we
and I
needed
just go
to
back
say
sort
that.
of, yeah. Well, here we go. Like it's there in the flesh.
You know, Spring Chicken, Hashi. I'm sure you're quite aware that we got our dealings in many things other than Fuji-san, and I'm sure you're quite aware that it wouldn't be the easiest or even the thing that we're likely to do to close off all of them ties. I, yeah, I don't know in what world you thought that we would suddenly become a Fuji-san pet.
Listen,
Well,
there's
he did actually say that the first time in his defense, Darby. And that's not saying we aren't interested in being exclusive Fuji-san employees or
operatives.
on retainer operatives.
Just has
I'm
to
just
be worth
looking
our
at
while.
what the stakes are and what the contract is.
Listen, there's an upside to exclusivity, okay? It goes both ways. If you're going to be exclusive with Fuji-san, then they need to make sure they compensate you for any lost wages you would have had somewhere else. Within reason, of course, that's all negotiation. But the more of an asset you are for Fuji-san, the more inclined they are to make sure that you're happy. So whatever ventures you have outside of whatever they're doing, maybe you can cut them in. Maybe you can let them know about these ventures. If you're working with another fixer, let them know who that fixer is, and they'll let you know what they want from the fixer. And
Did
you
you just say before we couldn't work with other fixers and do anything that we wanted to do if we were with Fuji-san?
you can't be a liability. But if you cut them in and they're going to make a little scratch and you're going to scratch their back working with another fixer,
I understand.
then your goals are aligned.
They want a part of whatever we're involved in.
I know, again, I'll send everybody a message for later on, just saying, any fixer who would pay us more than rubbing two eddies together is not going to work with anybody who is this attached to a corp. You're not getting jobs from people like Rogue if you're working this closely with Fuji-san, because they know that the Fuji-san's going to want something from them. So essentially, this is all flowery language. This is all this is. This is him just trying to sweeten the deal, make it look good. But this is a golden leash, and it will be so not worth it to work with other fixers that we just won't, and that's what they're banking on. So, it's not getting through to me. I'm sorry, I'm not really. So I'll leave that.
Well, the
message.
exclusivity is sounding very appealing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we'll
it sounds
definitely
great.
discuss that.
Yeah.
We'll keep in touch,
or originally, Hashi, I was very reticent about, because I'm in work, that's how I make my money. But if you're saying that I can still work for other fixers as long as we cut you guys in, that's something I could look into.
I'm glad to hear it, Jum. I'm glad to hear it. Now that we have an understanding, I will take my leave. I wish you the best. Enjoy this building. It's still yours, as long as you're working with us. And remember, I'm on your side. And he waves and walks off and walks out of the building.
Thank you, Hashi.
I immediately said to the others, should we take him kid now? As he's walking out the
No need.
Just saying, if you want to make action.
Well,
That would be silly.
Okay.
Let's not do that.
Well, no, you got your bargaining chip, isn't it? You're the one that's talking about burning the fucking building down.
Dude, he just told us he's fucking nothing to them. So what would that do?
He's just telling. You can tell us whatever he wants, though, couldn't he? He's trying to get us to slip, I think. When he was doing that.
You can test that assumption at your first convenience, as Picard would say.
I would
Well,
do it.
Burning down the
You go
hallway.
ahead. You go ahead, Darby. You want to do it, but I'm not going to be helping.
He rugby tackles Hashi in the back,
Well-
and then start dragging him back.
I will sit down and grab the tequila bottle and just drink from it and go, told you. And then just start chugging from it.
And Slink, you hear upload complete. And you see the body, the automaton body, start to move, takes 1 step, 2 steps, and it looks at you and it says, Slink, I have a body.
Yes, yes, you do.
And you see Aura just like opening and closing her fingers, and you hear the whirring of the servos as she does that. And you can hear the cooling of the CPU going on inside of her as all of the components are coming on. This is a strange feeling to be able to interact with my environment.
I'm sure it is. Just be mindful how your actions are going to have a little more direct consequences.
I will keep that in mind, Slink. Thank you for helping me.
Return the favor. Help take care of us.
And the camera zooms out as all of you are just contemplating exactly what just happened right now. And and you get a text from Hashi, and he says, "Oh, by the way, the Hecate ring are not happy that you didn't go on the path of balance."
What?
Yeah.
We
I
did.
thought I gave
guys,
the
you went to
medical
community
stuff.
service.
I thought we said we were going to do that.
Well, then-
Like, I would have done that.
But it didn't happen. You guys were too busy.
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just too busy. Oh yeah, I didn't do this. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second.
I thought I gave free medical stuff for them for a long time, and
That's fine and dandy, but that's not what they asked. They have a specific ritual that is called the Path of Balance, and you guys didn't take care of it.
If I got in touch with them now, would they want to do it, or have they said this off the table now?
Well, Hashi said that they're not happy. They didn't say, you're enemies or
Okay.
anything like that. So
I'll get in touch with them, figure something out.
outside of the Bleeding Heart Clinic, an NCPD vehicle pulls up. Outside of the van comes out a grizzled Night City police officer taking the last bite of his donut as he's drinking some coffee. And he's looking over the Bleeding Heart Clinic, just looking up at it, looking it up and down, nods his head, gets back into his vehicle, says some words onto the radio, closes the door, and drives off. And that's where we're going to be ending Season 1 of Cyberpunk 2087, ladies and gentlemen. Join us next week
Guys. Well done.
for a
Well done,
recap.
Well done.
John, well done, all the
Of course.
Well done,
yeah.
John. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
You guys, this was an
awesome.
amazing experience, guys. This is awesome. And there's so much more to do. So much more to do.
Like we started in summer, and now it's cold now.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Actually, yeah.
New season, baby. Season to season.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. So yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna go and figure out what season. Well, John's gonna go and figure out what season 2 is gonna be.
Yeah.
Entailing.
Yeah. We're gonna. I'll deal with all that. We'll hashy it out. And next week or whenever we can meet up next, let's just do like a little podcast thing where I have all the notes of everything that's gone down, and we'll go over player, how you think your characters have evolved, how the season went. We'll go from session to session talking about it, and have a nice little recap of the season 1.
Yeah,
That sounds good. It sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, dudes. I
Thanks,
will
everyone.
see you later on stream. Bye.
Bye, Chooms. Thank you.
Bye.